Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ade and I'm the veteran arcade soldier. We're back after a couple of days away. There's been no football. There's been nothing too crazy going on in the football world. So having a little time away from YouTube, but back once again. And we're back for a big one, which is the third place playoff final with England taking on France in the penultimate game of the World Cup. So that game is kicking off in 45 minutes, well, just under 41 minutes now. But we are here to go through it together. And hopefully we're going to have a few people in the chat as well to enjoy the game together. So there's a few messages earlier that happened earlier in the day. But I can see the main man, Abdul, is in the chat at the moment. Abdul says, hi, Ade, V.A.S, Cameron and chat. Blessings and greeting. How are you? How's your weekend going? Like and subscribe. Abdul's prediction is France 3, England 1, and he says you never walk alone. Yep, Abdul, how are you, bro? If you're still there, please say hello. Arthur dropped in some messages earlier, and Cameron was about earlier as well. There were a few other messages earlier in the day. Even that main man, Victor, came in. He was in early on the stream. Victor, the Frenchman, giving it the big one about England losing to France. Well, let's see if Victor comes back later and all good. Natasha is there. How are you, Natasha? Natasha says, hiya, Morgan Rogers to Chelsea. Yes, Natasha, I saw that. It was roughly about, what was it, about an hour ago. The news got broken by Fabrizio Romano. So, yeah. What an amazing signing for Aston Villa. For Chelsea, Natasha. What do you think of the deal? Is that a player that you think Liverpool should have gone for? Or is it bad news for us, Natasha? Because I was hoping Arsenal got Morgan Rogers, so it left Barcola free for Liverpool. What does this mean for Liverpool now and Barcola? Let me know, Natasha. What do you think? But other than that, how are you? And I hope you are well. Abdul, I didn't answer your question. I'm very good, thanks. I had a nice weekend. Went away to Norwich for a couple of days. And it was an absolute lovely city to visit. So I've had a good time. My family as well. All good, my bro. Please let me know how you are. Right, in the meantime, I need to sort out the rest of the graphics. But yes, like I said, feel free to drop any messages in the chat. Natasha, let me know what you think of what I just said. Oh, and Natasha says France to win. Okay, fair enough. And what do you think of the Morgan Rogers to Chelsea deal, Natasha? Let me know. And same with you, Abdul. What are you going to say as well? As you can see, I haven't done much online. I haven't updated all of my graphic stuff from before, so let's do that quickly now. Yes, and Humble Dude is in. How are you doing, Humble? Humble Dude says, what's goody? Good timing. Just refresh my page. Man V.A.S has got energy, got that speed, my boy. Thank you, Humble, and please do drop a like on the channel. All support is welcome. Natasha says, had no money. Sorry, Natasha. I missed the first one. Natasha said, thought Chelsea had no money. Do you know what, Natasha? I was kind of thinking the same myself. I'm thinking, hold on a minute. These guys, they got in trouble, if we remember, about 6-7 months ago for overspending, the whole hotel buying. They haven't sold any players. They've got no Champions League, Natasha. No Europe as well. So it's like, how are they buying these players? I just don't get it. They're in crazy debt, 1.5 billion debt and all this sort of stuff, Natasha. How are they affording 116 million? No matter if you spread it out over payments and all that, they're not selling at the moment. How are they buying a player of this quality and price? It makes no sense. But they are definitely a very shady club, Natasha. But it is what it is. All right, let's find the Spain graphic. I'll move England across. Yeah, Natasha, France. Chelsea are definitely a very strange club. They managed to get away with way too many things, in my opinion. But it is what it is. You can't really trust any of these football clubs, to be honest. Like, they're always up to no good with their accounts and whatnot. Football is such a murky business. But yes, obviously, anybody in the chat wants to say hello, please do. Get your predictions in I haven't even seen the lineups yet. So I'm going to have a look at the lineups. Natasha's going early with France beating England. I'm going to have a look at the lineups and we shall see. So hopefully a few more of the regular crew will jump onto the stream. Obviously, Natasha, have you heard anything else on the signings? Any new gossips of Liverpool players? Anything that we're mentioned with? I'm still waiting for some kind of big news in and around Barcelona, Natasha. Hopefully, something like that is going to drop for us soon. I just hope that Arsenal are now not going to turn their attention toward Barcelona. Hopefully not. Right, let's have a look. I see England's made a lot of changes. I haven't really looked at the lineups or anything yet, but I will come back to that in a moment. All right. Right, so we're going to have a look at the, before any of the chat starts getting busy, we will have a look at the team lineups and the two lineups, and then I will look at the two team sheets, and then I'll make a prediction for the score. So let us see. Right, so go through the lineups quickly. So we've got France manager Didier Deschamps, who came out today and said this is a pointless game. They play their 4-2-3-1 system. So in goal they've got Mike Maignan, Malo Gusto. I think that's his first start of the tournament, with Ibrahima Konate, formerly of Liverpool, Maxence Lacroix. So a changed centre-back pairing with the injury to Saliba, who's going to be out for 4 months, they say. Teo Hernandez at left-back. Warren Zaire-Emery in the middle with Adrien Rabiot. And then you've got the front four, still having Elise in there. Ryan Cherki, who is just behind Kylian Mbappe, and Doué on the left. So a pretty strong team from France. Probably about 4 or 5 changes in there. No, 5, yeah, about 5 changes in there. But a very strong team. England, obviously their manager Thomas Tuchel, who absolutely let the side down as far as I'm concerned. He's changed a lot of players. More changes for England, 7 overall. So Dean Henderson in goal, Jarell Quansah at right back, Konza and Guehi centre-back pairing. Jed Spence at left back. Declan Rice playing again. Makes no sense. Why is Rice playing again? Absolutely crazy. Saka is fit enough to start when he should have been starting the semis. Very, very odd. Eza just behind Rodgers in a change formation with Rashford off the left and Ivan Toney up top. So much change lineups there. Let's have a look at the subs bench. So they've got Akliouche, who will probably soon be of PSG, Barcola, hopefully soon to be of Liverpool, Dembele, Digne, Lucas Hernandez, N'Golo Kante, still can't get a game, Manu Kone, Jules Koundé, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Rissa, Saliba on the bench. I thought he was injured. I don't understand that one. I thought Saliba was out for months, they said. Samba, Chouameni, Thuram, and Upamecano. Right, on the England bench, Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Dan Burn, Chalobah, Anthony Gordon, Jordan Henderson, Reece James, Harry Kane, Madueke, Nico O'Reilly, Jordan Pickford, John Stones, James Trafford, and Ollie Watkins. So Ollie Watkins still can't get a start for England. Not quite sure what that's all about. Don't understand why my graphic was off the page there. So that was a bit odd in itself. So yes, all good, all good. So everything is all set. Graphics are set. Volume is set. So hopefully everything is working fine. Yep, everything is all good. So yes, game is kicking off soon. How long have we got now? 33 minutes and... yeah, 33 minutes to go and all set to go. So yeah, a little bit quiet in the chat at the moment, but obviously anyone drops in, then please do feel free to say hello. In the meantime, I'll leave the team sheets up on the screen. I'll leave the team sheets up on the screen. And I will take care of a few messages. Oh, the main man. Hello, Arthur. How are you doing, bro? Please let me know. Hope you are well. Let me know how you're doing, bro. I hope you are good. I'm all right myself personally, just getting back into the swing of things on the old YouTube offer. So yes, I'm all good. Arthur says, "Good. This game is a friend." You're doing good, Arthur, and yeah, I love the sarcasm, my man. This game is a friendly. It certainly is. And the thing is, as well, Arthur. I mean, I've just obviously on the screen. I'm sure you've seen the lineups already in your own time, but this is literally the first time I've seen it myself. I know my face is blocking out the right wing of the England team, but he's made 7 changes, and I'm quite surprised in a sense of. I knew it would be a lot of changes, but some of the ones that are in, like Declan Rice, your boy Declan Rice, still being played. I don't understand that. What is the point? If you're going to make that many changes, take out the person who's been run ragged in the whole tournament. It makes absolutely no sense. Declan Rice, Saka starting Arthur. We needed him to start the semi-final, let alone the wooden spoon match. I don't get some of these selections at all, to be honest, mate. And as for the France lineup, it's far stronger. And I think it's going to be, for me, I was thinking beforehand, if they both made similar amount of changes, I was going to try and back England. But looking at this to me looks like a comfortable France victory, if you ask me. So I'm going to put my prediction in the chat. I'm going with a France 2-0. Now that I've seen the lineups, Arthur, feel free to throw yours in. Natasha was in a little bit before, and she said France to win. Abdul was in a bit earlier, but hasn't stuck around. But Abdul will be back in later, I'm sure. But yeah, Arthur, feel free to throw yours in, and let me know how else you're doing. Have you had a nice weekend? I hope so. Arthur says 3-1 the French. Yeah, do you know what? I was thinking about 3. I was actually thinking of a similar scoreline. But I just didn't want to go with us conceding 3. But I was thinking we'd probably score 1. But 2-1's a bit too narrow for me, so I just kind of opted for 2-0. But in answer to your question, yes, I am, bro. I am definitely doing the final. I thought, why not? Nice little momentous occasion. And even something, a little bit of posterity for myself. Doing a World Cup final be absolutely amazing. So hopefully you can join us if you're there. At least that game's a little bit earlier as well, Arthur. Starts at 8 o'clock. So maybe tomorrow evening I'll come on a little bit earlier to hang out with people and have a little chat before the game. So yes, I'm definitely doing the World Cup final. How are you doing yourself? What you been up to? And here he is, your sparring partner, Victor, the main man. Ooh, Ade has finally admitted that we are better. Kane or not, it changes nothing. Victor, it's nothing to do with that. I just looking at the lineup, my man. Now, seriously, all jokes aside, look, France are a better team than England anyway. But I looked at the lineups today, and I just think he's made a lot of changes, and Deschamps has made changes, but nothing too crazy. Do you know what I mean? The front 4 of France, look at it. It's basically the front 4. Apart from Cherki, it's just the only player that's not there is Dembele. So, Zay Emery, solid player. This defence, Victor, that you're playing today is better than your main defence. Konate and Lacroix is better than Saliba and Upamecano. So, there you go. But yeah, that is my prediction anyway. Not that, those players aren't better than Saliba, but Upamecano is. But all good. Deschamps has made changes, but we have an elite bench. Yes, yeah, very true, very true. Yeah, 100%. But let's see how the game pans out. But, I'll put my prediction in the chat anyway. I've seen the 2 teams, Victor, and I'm going for France 2-0. Arthur saying 3-1. Natasha earlier said France will win. And Abdul said France 3, England 1. So nobody is back in England. And Arthur says, so why did you lose the semis and then you ghosted, Victor? That is what Arthur said to you. How about that, Victor? How about that? Yeah, Victor. How about that? Anyway, Victor, how was your holiday, bro? But while you're answering Arthur, let me know. How was your holiday? Are you still there? Are you still in Seattle? Let me know. Have you had a nice time? Please let me know, bro. Upper Meccano better than Saliba, better than Lacroix, better than Canate. Find me a bad match of Upper Meccano in the World Cup and I'll give you money. The semi-finals he wasn't good. The quarterfinals he wasn't good. Nah, he was okay in a couple in the ones I saw, but bro. Anyway, I'm bored. I'm bored of the Upper Meccano. If you rate him, that's your business. I don't rate Upper Meccano. I think he's an awful centre back, but just opinions. I'm not married to these players, bro. I don't. Like, I love Liverpool, but I can admit if Liverpool players are crap, it doesn't matter. It's like crap players are crap players, bro. Do you know what I mean? And Upper Meccano is not the one. But honestly, I think these two as a centre-back pairing is better than what you started with. But, you know. Arthur says Saliba is the second best centre-back in the world. Please don't say that Gabriel Magalhaes is the first best then. If you do that, then I'm going to have to delete you from the channel. But anyway. Whatever. I can't be bothered with this stupid club bias. It's pointless. Yusuf says, I absolutely do not want Argentina to become the champion. How are you doing, Yusuf? Hope you're well, my bro. Please let me know. Well, we're going to see tomorrow if Argentina are going to become world champions or if Spain are going to be. Peugeot, my Irish brother, how are you doing? Hope you are well, bro. Please let me know. And please, everyone that's joined in, Arthur, Victor, Yusuf, and Peugeot, please hit the like button. As soon as you come into the stream, it will help the channel grow. I will really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Victor says, Arthur, I'm in Costa Rica and matches are at 1 p.m. And during the matches, I was in bars. That's why I wasn't there. Well, anyway, the main thing is, Victor, hopefully you're having a great time, my bro. So, Victor, I thought you was in Seattle. Have you moved around a few bits? Let me know what else is on the itinerary. Where else are you going, bro? Please let me know. Not so I can come and find you, just so I know what you're getting up to. And I can enjoy your fun through a voyeur perspective. Please let me know. Arthur says, okay, mates. Yusuf says, not okay, bro. I hear that, man. What's up, Yusuf? Tell me, my bro. Tell me, Yusuf, what is up? Feel free to share, man. You are in a safe space amongst friends, brother. It's all good. And I'll be with you in a minute. I just need to send some messages. So give me a moment. You also said, every team I support inevitably gets eliminated. Ha ha. It is what it is, bro. Well, Yusuf, next season, when it comes to the Champions League, just don't support Liverpool in any matches, my bro. You stick to your club. Arthur's trolling me. Cheers, Arthur. Lovely stuff. How's that a fun fact? It could just be a fact. France did a horrible match against Spain, but I still think that we are the best team of this World Cup. I'm so mad and frustrated. The thing is though, Victor, I understand what you're saying, but you probably got the best individuals, but it's a team game, right? And let's have it right. That Spain team, you didn't even lay a glove on them. And honestly, it's no guarantee that France would have, France's game plan would have been good enough to beat Argentina or England. But we'll never know now. We'll never know. But yeah, what I was surprised of is their lack of heart, Victor, and you must be surprised as well. Their lack of heart versus Spain was incredible. They looked absolutely spineless. Obviously, that the saying spineless, gutless. Whereas look at Argentina, every match, they have the dog in them. And I was saying, Peugeot, my man, let me know how you're doing, my bro. Please let me know how you're getting on, my bro. Yeah, Victor, the thing is, like, with what I was saying, why you wasn't in the stream, there's a saying in England, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the fight in the dog. So, you know what I mean? You can have the biggest dog in the world, but basically, if that dog is a loser, then that dog is going to die. But Argentina's dog, they could be the smallest dog, but inside that dog is the most fight. They have the most fight. So I was surprised with the lack of fight in France, basically. Arsenal are going to win the UCL. Yeah, like they have in their past. Okay, well, we'll see. And Yusuf says, Tuchel is too careless. He didn't show enough care, Yusuf. When it came down to the last moments, he didn't show enough. He was a coward. He didn't have enough fight in him, Yusuf. Do you know what I mean? Arthur's saying I'm a loser. Cheers for that. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Argentina are not even a top 4 team in this World Cup, but they fight, and England give them a free victory to the final. Nah, no. They're definitely, how can they not be they're the world champions, and you can't say they're not one of the top 4 teams. Who's better than them then, Victor? Who's actually better than Argentina in terms of that teams that aren't there? Are you crazy? They're the world champions, and this is why I picked them at the start, because they have one of the best spines in the team, in the tournament, one of the best spines in the team. So this is why I picked them to win the World Cup. And if I didn't pick Argentina to pick it, I would have picked Spain second. So, there. Arthur says, no problem. You still haven't banned me. Yeah, it's coming, Arthur. Don't worry. Just waiting for Chris. When's your birthday, Arthur? I'll do it on your birthday, just to cheer you up. All right, keep the chat going. I am just got to do a few bits. One second. Right. Arthur says, you said you were going to ban me if I said Gabriel was number 1. Yeah, I know, but you're just predictable, so I didn't want to do that. Victor says, England, France, Spain, Norway are, in my opinion, better because Argentina's defence is so weak. Norway better than Argentina. Victor, come on, bro. Let's be realistic here. Come on. And Argentina's defence is not that weak. Why is it that weak? It's not that weak, bro. And that's the thing, Victor. If you're talking about weak defences, look. I think that obviously you can make any team look or sound better defensively, stronger or weaker than the other. But Luca Dina at left back is a weak left back. He's weak in the Premier League. I watch this guy week in, week out for Villa. He's a very basic left back. He's actually quite an older left back as well. France should have found a better left back than Luca Dina. I don't understand that. Probably better off playing Teo Hernandez, who isn't even that great a defender, anyway. He's just very fast. But Mike Maignan, good goalkeeper, nothing special. Upamecano, let's just not talk about that guy anymore. So for me, Mike Maignan, Upamecano and Luca Dina, 3 players out of your back 5 who I don't think are elite. No, my friend. Vic says, and they need Messi. Well, you know. But it's a similar thing. A lot of people say that once you take your attackers out of the way, what about France without Mbappe? Is it really anywhere near as good? Really and truly? Jean-Philippe Mateta? If Mbappe's not there? No team is as great as people make out. And this is why I didn't believe people should be putting France at some crazy level like it's the greatest team we've ever seen. It's just not. None of these teams are actually that amazing in reality. Arthur says, who is better than him? What's the question, Arthur? Who is better than who? Sorry, let me just finish this and then I can concentrate properly. Right, who is better than him? Gabriel Magalhaes. He's not the best centre... Mate, you believe what you want to believe. You think he's the best centre-back in the world, that's on you. I'll tell you who's better than him. William Pacho's better than him. Saliba's still ahead of him. I think they're very good centre-backs. Van Dijk's still better than him. There's not many. I mean, don't get me wrong. Gabriel and Saliba are easily in the top 5 or 6 in the world. But I believe Pacho's better than him. Pacho's better than him of PSG. And Van Dijk's still better than him. Victor says, Manyan is elite. Elite. Manyan is elite. Are you crazy? What are you talking about? Bro, look. Look, I'm not here to do prop for my country or my club. It's like, you know, I'm a Liverpool fan. I had Simon Mignolet in goal for like 5 years. He was so average, but I'm not going to stand there and say he's a top goalkeeper. Manyan's a good goalkeeper. Manyan is not as good as Raya. He's not as good as Donnarumma. He's not as good as Alisson. He's not as good as Courtois. He's not as good as Martinez. That's 5 goalkeepers better than Manyan straight away. And I'm not even thinking about it. So Victor, come on, let's be real here. Manyan is not elite. You said elite. Elite. Are you crazy? What are you talking about? Pickford. Well, Pickford's not elite anyway. Pickford and Manyan is about the same. Koundé trash. Digne trash. I don't think Koundé's trash, but okay. Digne is trash. For this level. If Mbappe is injured, Dembele is false 9, but Barcola, yeah, but it's not the same, is it? It's a problem. No, it is a problem. It's a problem. But anyway, Arthur says qualifiers are bigger than the game. VVD is nowhere near. Pacho is rubbish. Deluded. Manyan is rubbish. Not right. Pickford is... anyway, whatever. Everyone could have their opinion, but, you know. Yeah, anyway. Victor says, Manyan, top 7 keeper of this World Cup, I truly believe. Yeah, but if you want to put him into that, that's... but we're already talking about 7th, right? So once you're getting down to 7th, and that's in your opinion, I'll have to sit down and think about it. Maybe he isn't around that, but that's not elite, though. Just because you're, top 7 in the tournament doesn't make you an elite goalkeeper. There's only a few elite goalkeepers in the world at the moment. In the world at the moment, elite goalkeepers, look, and I don't really rate Donnarumma that highly, personally. I think he's a very good goalkeeper, but elite goalkeepers in the world these days, elite, are Courtois, Alisson, Raya, and who else did I say? Raya, Courtois, Alisson, and other than that, yeah, it's not saying much. But anyway. But anyway, Arthur, that is a crazy red card for you. Pacho, PSG Pacho, is rubbish. What are you talking about? He's all. What are you on about? Alisson is not elite, bro. So where does Alisson rank then? Let me ask you, Victor. Has Manyan at any point in his career been better than Alisson? Alisson's been the best goalkeeper in the world. Like, what are you talking about? Courtois, Alisson have been the 2 best goalkeepers in the world for the last 5-6 years. And now Raya's getting up to that level. Martinez, Vozinha, Courtois, Raya, Alisson, Pickford, Diego Costa, all clear Mike. Well, there you go. Humble Dude says, what about Vardio, Alessandro Bastoni? Solid centre-backs right there. Yeah, Vardio, I would take Vardio. But maybe I wouldn't have Vardio above... I wouldn't have Vardio above the Arsenal boys, no chance. But, he's top centre-back. But, yeah. But anyway, that's what discussion is all about. Verbruggen, that's a good shot, Humble, good one. But, he's an up-and-coming goalkeeper. I don't rate him that highly. Arthur says, yeah, Raya. Yeah, Raya is up there. But I think when you're talking about elite players, guys, if that player cannot get into the top 5 of their position, they are not elite. And world class is too overused in this day and age. Do you know what I mean? We can't have there's not 7 or 8 world class wingers or 7 or 8 world class centre backs. It's just nah. Yeah, anyway. Victor says, Pacho's best centre-back in the world. Alisson has never played a really important match since 5 years. Don't forget it. It's not about important matches. It's about the quality of the player. But yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, it's about opinions anyway, but I'm not really here for slanging matches. I want to talk sense or whatever, not just the thing is though, it's not about my centre-back or my goalkeeper is better than your one. It shouldn't be that way. It should be, you give it over with facts. It's about the level of the player, the quality of the player. Maybe what they've done in recent times can count. So Victor, I can kind of understand what you're saying with Alisson. I think you're stretching out over too long a period. 5 years, that's nonsense. Victor, let me ask you something, Victor. So look, here's the thing. You've got to look at a player this way. Level of the player. What have they been like in the last year or so of their career? What have they achieved in their career? Body of work. So what they have done over a period of time, and what have they won over a period of time? And now, Victor, what you said there about Alisson is nonsense, because not this season just gone. What about last season when Liverpool came to depart the Princes and we won there 1-0, that lucky win? That Alisson performance under 2 seasons ago was one of the best performances from a goalkeeper I've seen in my life. So what about that? Abdul, welcome, my bro. Abdul says, JJ Okocha was absolute class. Yes, he was. Top talent. He was. 100%. So, Victor, I'm still waiting on that Alisson performance at Park the Princes. Not this season just gone, the one before. Come on. That was a ridiculous performance. So yes, all good. And hopefully all of you schmucks have hit the like button. So please do that for me, please. Right, what have we got now? So, Abdul says Liverpool, and Cameron says, yo, chat. Hello, Cameron, how you doing? Abdul, hope you're well. Cameron, Abdul, don't forget to hit that like button. I'm sure you did, Abdul, when you came in. Cameron, please do remember to hit the like button. Abdul says, Rodgers to Chelsea, 170 million. What does everyone think of that, by the way? 117 million. Morgan Rodgers to Chelsea. More importantly, how do Chelsea do it? I don't understand. No Champions League for Chelsea. Not really making many sales at the moment. Yet they're still pulling off these crazy expensive deals. What is that all about, people? Please let me know. Hold on a minute. You wanted him. You wanted him last week, Arthur. Mate, you're incredible. Absolutely. Arthur, you are a fraud. You're an absolute fraud. This guy is unbelievable. Expert rage bait. Yeah, exactly, Humble. 100%. Arthur said, no, he's rubbish. No. Arthur, you weren't saying that last week, mate. You wanted him. Don't try it. Just facts. Fraud. So, okay, let me ask you something. Arthur, so I can print it up now. I can pin it to the chat. Arthur, do you want Bradley Barcola at Arsenal? Because I remember we had this discussion last week. Arthur, let me know. Do you want Barcola at Arsenal? Answer that question in the chat now. Abdul says, Spurs and Chelsea spending money, and no. How did they manage to pull players like that? I was just reading that. Peter says, are they under siege tonight? Yeah, well, that's the thing, Peter. These lot with their bias for their club. I don't know who they're watching, Peter. Like, at the end of the day, Peter, we've had plenty of chats, mate, but I'm not into this, my player's better than your player waffle. It's like a Janet Jackson song. When it comes to footballers, it's the Janet Jackson legendary song. What have you done for me lately? And that is that. Arthur says, I would not like Bradley Barcola. Fair enough. All right, fairs. So when you get Barcola, you're going to be annoyed then, Arthur. Is that what you're saying? Chelsea and Spurs are living crazy. Yeah, well, one signing for Chelsea, Abdul. So I wouldn't go with that. I mean, also it's a big signing, but that's going to be the majority of their spending done now because, until they make some player sales, they're not going to be able to get many more. So, it's definitely a good signing. I'll take Morgan Rogers at Liverpool all day long. Arthur says, I bet they all flop. Well, not everyone's going to flop hard. Someone's going to be a success. There's going to be flops. There's going to be successes. Arthur says, we won't get him. Let us see. Abdul says, Chelsea and Spurs spending and no European football. Yeah. But the thing is, though, I can kind of semi-understand with Spurs because Spurs make a lot of money with their club. You know what I mean? With the ground and everything and all the stuff going on. And they haven't spent a lot in recent years. They've got a lot of money. Abdul said Liverpool not buying anymore. Liverpool no pull. Abdul, you're being too reactionary, bro. You got to have some more patience, bro. They will come. Abdul, if we haven't signed somebody within 8-9 days, then I'll be on your train. But until then, got to be positive, man. There's no point otherwise. Arthur says I want Liao. I don't think he would do very well in the Premier League, in my opinion, but that's my opinion. Abdul said, Liverpool have no ambition. Well, like I said, Abdul, if they don't sign anyone within 8 days from now, then I'll agree with you. Then it really will be worrying, but I'm not worrying yet. I reckon by the time, if Liverpool haven't bought players by the 28th, 29th of July, Abdul, then it's time to worry, but there's no time to worry. It's yeah. Arthur says, because you have zero ball knowledge. Sure. Abdul says, Ali, where would you finish if the season started today? Where would you finish? What, Liverpool? Do you mean? Is that what you mean? Let me know if that's what you mean, bro. If the Premier League started now with no more signings as is, Liverpool would finish 4th. That's where they finished, which isn't great, obviously. But the season hasn't started yet, Abdul. That's the point. But if the season started today with squads as they are, Liverpool will finish 4th. What do you think? You let me know yours. Arthur says they would come 19th. Sure. Okay. Another realistic message from Arthur there. Genius. Let's have a look. Arthur says the wooden spoon match ready to underway. Yep, nearly there, Arthur. It's nearly underway. Right, here we go. Why did I read that Saliba was on the bench? Why is Saliba on the bench if he's injured? Doesn't make sense. Just send him home. Abdul says, Arsenal leads the table with Manchester City, Man United, Chelsea, Villa, Spurs and Liverpool following. The new season starts today. Abdul, that's miles off, mate. At the moment, if the season started today, Arsenal win the league, City second, probably Man United third. Liverpool would be above Chelsea and Villa. What? So Abdul, so Villa have lost Tielemans and Morgan Rogers. So Abdul, Villa have lost Tielemans and Morgan Rogers, and they're still going to finish above Liverpool now. Come on, bro. Yeah, but obviously, look, it's about opinions, but you're panicking too much. I get it. We all want our teams to spend money. We all want our teams to buy players, but you're panicking way too much. I'm not a panic. I don't worry about that. For me personally, I see a picture forming, and it isn't one to be worrying about this much. It's just not that. It's not that deep. Right, match has kicked off. Peter says, I think this England lineup is exciting. Fair enough, Peter. At least we're going to get to see some new names. Peter, get your prediction in the chat, bro. Arthur says, useless game. Abdul says, I'm scared of the upcoming season. But it's the thing, though. It's down to... The thing is that, Abdul, I hear what you're saying. And there's loads of Liverpool fans that feel that way. I get it. But the thing is that, Abdul, what you also have to sometimes take a step back and think about is that when we spend a lot of our time online absorbing all of this Liverpool content, and hear me out on this, you listen to a YouTube person talking, they're no more qualified than you or me, right? I'm no more qualified than you, Abdul, right, to talk about Liverpool. You follow the team just as much as me. You watch the players, you watch the games, etc. So it's not like, and all these people that talk, all they're doing is scaring other fans and building up a pressure that is not there. It's not real. Because Abdul, here's the thing. In 5 days' time, if Liverpool sign 3 players, all of a sudden your anxiety level goes from here to, and you're back to being calm again. We have the players now, and you won't be worried so much. So you just need to not worry about it. Don't fall into the traps that these people are setting, bro. I'm telling you, it's not as bad as you think. Abdul says the inexperienced head coach lacks leadership qualities. No leadership, no physicality, and no toughness. Well, if you didn't want the manager, that's one thing. But he's a good manager. He's a good manager. Surely you should have more optimism than having him. Who do you want? Arne Slot back then? Do you know what I mean? It's like, how can you? When will you be happy then? Because like you had a manager called Slot that won you the league, and you wanted him gone. Like I wanted him gone. Like you can't always have. Yeah, but that's last year, bro. That's last year under a manager that was going wrong. Yeah, but that's last year, bro. Can't live in the past. It's about what's happening next. That cannot be changed. That was under Arne Slot. Arne Slot is gone now. So you have to be positive. It's just as simple as that. Declan Rice driving through. 1-0 England. Let's go. Where's Victor? Where is Victor? No defence for France. Absolutely slapped it in. Where's Victor? Where is Victor? Yo, Espresso, where you at, my bro? What the hell? What a blinder. Rice and peas. There you go. Espresso is back. Positive. That's what we like to see. Bang. Smashed it in there. Where was the defending? Absolutely nowhere. And where is Victor? Absolutely nowhere. No one stepped out for him. There was absolutely no defence on that there. No defence. Abdul says Victor's hiding. He certainly is. Espresso, welcome back, bro. Espresso, hope you hit that like button, bro. Hope you hit that like button. Where's Phasmo at? Where's he at? Yeah, all good, all good. But yeah, that was a shambolic start from France. Ghosting as usual. Yeah, he better show his face. He better show his face. But yeah, Abdul, seriously, bro. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Abdul, if we don't get a sign in 8 days' time, Abdul, then fine. I'll be we have no ambition and we are going nowhere. We're doing nothing this season. But we are now on July the 18th, bro. It's too soon. It's getting to the point of concern, yes. But it's not like panic stations, bro. Talking about last season's 20 losses and all of this. It means nothing. Slot has gone. Slot is the main reason for that. Remember that. Espresso says scripted, playing like that while playing like rabbit in the headlights last game. Well, it is what it is, bro. Espresso, it is what it is. It's obviously a game that no one cares about. Oh, lovely back heel there. Mbappe. Where is that Victor, that fraud? Let me just... You winning the Premier League next season? Who, Liverpool? Nah, bro, not at the moment. At the moment, I'm not ruling out anybody for the Premier League. At the moment, it's Arsenal's. The only team that can beat the only team that can stop Arsenal from winning the league next season is Arsenal. If they get their transfers right, and their heads are screwed on, Arsenal will win the league. Your boys will win it. But other than that, if Arsenal dip a bit because they've won it, because we've seen it in the past, it's very hard for a team to win the Premier League back to back. It's practically impossible. Only dynasty clubs have done it. Man United have done it. Man City has done it. That's it. Nobody else has retained the Premier League trophy. Pretty sure. Yeah, nobody's retained the Premier League trophy. Only them two. So it shows you how difficult it is. Chelsea never did it at their best. Chelsea never did it at their best. Arsenal never did it at their best. Liverpool didn't do it at their best. So I think Arsenal, as long as they can, get a couple of signings in and they don't dip mentally now that they've won it and they take their foot off the gas, Arsenal will win it. If it's not Arsenal, then anyone can win it. Liverpool can win it. Man United can win it. Chelsea can win it. And that's it. One of those four. Nobody else could win it. Abdul says, why are Arsenal good at V.A.S, Chat and Arthur? Because they have a fleshed out squad. I don't think it's a crazy in terms of overall quality like some of the squads you've seen in the past, but they have strength in depth. They've got the best defense and they've got structure. So Arsenal have a fully fleshed out squad and they've got easily the best defense in the league. Easily. So even on a worst day, they're still hard to beat when most clubs are not like that. So, England are all over these guys. Arthur says corners. Right, here we go. Oh, good defending there from Jed Spence, one of the only players that can keep up with Mbappe. Wow. But yeah, Abdul, there you go. That's why Arsenal are so good, because they have a very fleshed out squad. And they have defensive structure and organisation, which is much better than the others. But next season, different ball game. It's like I said, it's so hard to retain the Premier League. You show me a team that retains the Premier League, and I'll show you most champions can't retain the Premier League, and that's just a fact. Bruv, even though we won it, I don't have any confidence in them. We nearly bottled it last season. Yeah, I hear that, Espresso. But the thing is, though, because you got over the line now, that gives you that kind of gets that monkey off the back. They call it. Once you got the monkey off the back, it means that you can ease into. It's like wearing the shoes of the champions is hard when you're not the champions, but they now have the shoes. So, get a couple more signings. Arsenal are easily still the strongest squad in the league. So, but it depends if anyone could if it's true about Saliba being out for 4 months, these are big problems, right? Do you know what I mean? If he has a back injury and he's out for 4 months, but Arsenal can kind of carry those kind of injuries at the back. It's the forward line where Arsenal struggle. So Declan Rice over this free kick, left-hand side. Going to throw it into the box. Nice corner, weighted in. Nice floater. Shirky plays it out to nobody. Arthur says Victor equal ghost. Abdul, you there, bro? Let me know. I have a question for you, Abdul. Oh, nice block there. Oh, Shirky. Good save from Pickford. Didn't need to play it out that quickly, really. Pickford can save the corner, yes. I mean, Pickford Henderson, sorry. What am I talking about? So used to seeing Pickford in the goal. He made a meal of that save, boy. He made an absolute meal of that. Right, Arthur says offside. So Saka. Yeah, that's miles offside. He knows it as well. Sorry, my bro. Just used to it, innit? Oh, man, he's about 3 yards offside. Time your run better than that, bro. You're better than that. Abdul says, Ade, are you going to sell merchandise, do meet and greets, daily vlogging, daily streaming, and day in the life of Ade videos? Abdul, good questions, bro. Abdul, I had a question for you in a minute, but I'll answer your question. Give me 1 second. What is going on? Yeah, give me a second and I will answer that. Yep, just give me 1 second. Right, back to that question. Let me just sort my clock out as well. Sorry, Abdul, give me a second, mate. Right, sorry about that. Right, so Abdul says, Ade, are you going to sell merchandise, do meet and greets, daily vlogging, daily streaming, and day in the life of Ade videos? Well, I probably wouldn't do day in the life of Ade videos, to be honest, Abdul. But I might do something like off the cuff, like a random one here and there. Like, you know, that sort of thing. That sounds quite interesting. So that's not a bad idea. Let's see how this chance pans out, Abdul. 1 second. Mbappe there. Drives into the box. Cleared by a gay corner. Right, so the daily vlog... Meet and greets probably one day. Yeah, maybe. Why not? It would be quite nice, Abdul, I reckon. It will be all good. Daily streaming. Maybe not daily, but I think I'm going to do some daily streaming in terms of evening stuff, Abdul, where we can talk about, you know, current events, the results, the games. So definitely do some more daily streaming, Abdul. That is definitely on the cards. Talking about transfers, the clubs, the Premier League, Champions League, etc. Big games, Abdul, and things where we can kind of talk on a daily basis. So that is definitely the plan. I don't know about merchandise. Who knows down the line? Who knows, right? Who knows? But yeah, there you go. Arthur says this will be our second best performance ever in the World Cups. That is true. Factual, Arthur, that is true. Swerve says a team already looks better when everything is not sent through Kane and Bellingham. Hello, Swerve. Thank you for joining the chat. Appreciate it, my bro. I mean, it's very nice, to be fair, to see something different. I hear what you're saying, Swerve. It would have been nicer during the tournament if we'd have seen players like Watkins given a chance. Kobbie Mainoo that you mentioned. I would have liked Kobbie Mainoo to be given a chance, especially when it was time when Declan Rice was looking knackered. Give Elliot Anderson and Kobbie Mainoo. That would have worked as a central midfield pairing for me. I think we should have seen Mainoo and Watkins. Those two players we should have seen more, in my opinion. How are you doing, Swerve? Arthur says, if only we played like this in the semis. Yeah, different ball game though. How much do France really want this at the moment? For me, the way I can look at the energy of France, they don't even want to be there, Arthur. That's the truth. Abdul says, can you interview ex-Liverpool players and talk live with Liverpool fans? I can definitely do the second part. Ex-Liverpool players, I don't know any. But yeah, I could definitely talk to Liverpool fans. I can do that, no problem. Swerve says they should have done this against Panama, Ghana. And Swerve says, yes, very good. I'm glad you're well, my bro. Yeah, exactly, Swerve. I agree with you. Against Ghana, 100% they could have played some games. Panama, definitely so. They definitely could have got some of these other guys on. And I think that even though he rotated some of the squad, it was always in the back line. Always the defender, Swerve, where he was giving them more game time. But how can you go to a World Cup? Imagine, Mainoo, did he even come on one game? Henderson did come on a game? And I'm like, this guy didn't use Ollie Watkins. I think one game. Criminal, actually, Swerve. Absolute criminal. But anyway, honestly, I think... Oh, no Mainoo, yeah, so he didn't even come on in a game. Ridiculous. Here's the thing. Personally, after the semi-final, I was livid. When I did my stream and I was in a chat with a lot of these guys, I would have sacked him. I still think English should sack him now. Like, honestly, he should be sacked. Swerve says he brought on O'Reilly and James in midfield before he brought on Mainoo. Yeah, I know, ridiculous. I mean, the Reece James one, here we go. Ball come through now. Good drag back from Saka, tried to get on his left. Decent defending there. But yeah, the Reece James in midfield, I can kind of potentially get it because Reece James at least has done that for Chelsea and plays it to a competent level. Nico O'Reilly is a midfielder by trade, but he's played right back. He's played right back all season. So for him not to play Kobbie Mainoo one time, yeah, that made no sense to me at all. Absolute criminal. 3 days, no games. 3 days, not games? What do you mean? Yeah, I don't think he used the squad enough. England didn't use Trafford, Burn, Chalobah, Mainoo, Henderson or Watkins. No, he did use he used Dan Burn a lot. That's a goal. 2-0. Konza. Hard to get excited about this. Where's Victor? Where is Victor? France aren't up for this. France don't care. This is a pointless game. I mean, it's still a good result for England, but you can tell France don't want to be there. They're not bothered. Arthur says we are playing brilliantly. Going back to Abdul's comment, England didn't use Trafford. Well, you're never gonna use your third choice goalkeeper. Chalobah shouldn't have brought Chalobah. He brought him in as a standing player. That made no sense. He shouldn't have done that. Watkins, I think, played one game, maybe. One game. Henderson never played. And Mainu never played. Absolute joke. Swerve says Declan Rice was sick for... Oh, I see. Yeah. Exactly. Declan Rice was sick for three days. Rushed him back. And he was battered in that game, by the way. Declan Rice was... You could see after 5 minutes he was off. Crazy. But obviously that was the Mexico game. So maybe it's... Okay, I get it. You want to play your main players, but he should have had a rest before that. I know what you're trying to say, but yeah, ridiculous management. I'd sack him now. Abdul says Victor, like the Candyman. Call him 3 times. Where is he? Nowhere. Espresso's Swerve. Espresso says to Swerve, bonkers move, 100%. Arthur says this is what happens when we're not pressured. Good point, Arthur. When there's no pressure on, it's easier to play. But I still think this is probably a little bit of England players grabbing a bit of an opportunity. But this France team, they don't look like they're interested at all. Swerve says, yeah, they took him off half-time. Yeah, because he was sick. He should never have been in that lineup. Absolute criminal. But I think Thomas Tuchel's a joke of a manager. I've never rated him. Abdul says France on holiday. Oh, 100% Abdul, they are. Swerve and brought on James that has been injured for 3 games and put him in midfield. Oh yeah, exactly. See, I didn't agree. Yeah, I hear that there. But this is the thing though, that some of these managers, I don't even understand why they even take a squad. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I hear you, Swerve, 100%. Abdul says England want the 3rd place trophy. Arthur says I was expected for us to get thumped. To be fair, I had put a prediction of 2-0 France. How wrong was that? But yeah. Ridiculous. Swerve says, I'm glad Mainu has taken a tactical injury. Oh, is that the case, yeah? What, in this game? I'd find it very difficult to play for someone like Thomas Tuchel myself personally, because I just think I'm not about... Oh, good ball there. Too easy. Okay. I hear that, Swerve. I hear that. Yeah, it must be tough. You go away for a whole month and you don't even get a game. And do you know what I mean? Even in this game, shouldn't everyone be getting a game in this game at least? If you haven't played in the World Cup, in this game, which means absolutely nothing, give all the boys that didn't have a chance, give them a game in here. Playing Declan Rice in this game? Are you kidding me? I couldn't believe it when I saw that. I assumed that everybody would get a game. I don't understand why they don't even do that as standard. Absolutely ridiculous. Tuchel says Tuchel is a hidden Southgate. I hear that, Abdul. Swerve says I wouldn't play. I hear that, man. But you're a man of principle. I get that. I'd be fuming myself. Espresso said, yeah, France already won twice and runners up twice. They don't care about bronze. Well, this is it. Swerve said, if I haven't played any minutes, then I ain't playing in this. Well, just the thing is, obviously there's no divine right for anybody to get on the pitch, but when you're seeing, I know what you mean. I know where you're coming from, because at the end of the day, when players are out there and they're sick to their stomach and they're not well, and you're still putting them on. Oof, good, decent shot from Mbappe there. You know, yeah, like the whole certain guys that can't even start games, not fit enough to start games. That Reece James, Saka, and Rice for that particular period, they weren't fit enough to start a game. So start your healthy players. Crazy work. But honestly, like I said, I'll go back to it. I would actually, I'm gonna do this, guys. Let me do this in the where is it? Gonna try and do something different. How do you do it? Right, where is it? Right, let me see. How do you put this in the chats? So the hydration break, it's the first quarter's over. At the bottom of the live chat window. Ah. Right, there you go. So it's something I haven't done before, but I thought I'll put it in the chat. Let's see what everyone thinks. No idea if that is done correctly. Has it got two? So I'll put a poll in the chat. Let me know if you guys can see it. Has it got a yes, no option in the chat? Let me know, because I've never made it before on YouTube, so I have no idea. Abdul says Henderson for Wharton, Chalobah for Trent, Dan Burn for Cole Palmer. Henderson for Wharton. I agree with that, Abdul. Chalobah for Trent. Yeah, I agree with. I agree with that. Dan for Cole Palmer. I know you meant the other way around. Yeah, I would have done all of those. I would have taken Wharton. I would have taken Cole Palmer, and I would have taken Trent. But obviously, the Trent one I can maybe understand a little bit. I'll come to that in a minute, Arthur. Yeah, the Trent one I can maybe understand not taking, because I think he had a problem with Trent on a personal level. So okay, fair enough. You're gonna fall out with a player and disrespect them or whatever. I don't know. But ultimately, Adam Wharton. Trent should have gone, and Cole Palmer or Foden, but I would have taken Cole Palmer. Definitely. I would have definitely taken Cole Palmer. I don't care if he had a bit of a ropey season. The guy's a maverick. He could pull you out of the fire. And Arthur says, you learned how to do a poll. I certainly did, young man. I certainly did. I don't know if on your screen, though, does it show a yes, no as the options? Because on my screen, it doesn't. But let me know, just so I can do them in the future. Let me know. So at the moment, most people are saying no. Espresso says already voted. Okay, but when you voted Espresso, did it say yes and no on your screen? Did it have both options straight away? Because on my one, I see no options, but just an answer. But maybe that's how it's meant to be. But all interesting. And yeah, I will do these in the future. Sure did. Lovely. Glad to hear it. Yeah, that's good, man. They're nice little fun things, and they add a little something. Peter says the FA are likely part of the problem. I hear you, Peter. No, you're probably right. I don't believe that there have to be. There's going to be a review of every tournament, just like there's a review of every season. Just like we saw at Liverpool, they had a review. Arne Slot gone. They will have to do a deep dive on this review, because that decision to go 5 at the back with more than 35 minutes to play, that needs a review. You can't have big businesses or big organisations don't do reviews at vital stages. Do you know what I mean? 100%. But more importantly, right, so I think that is... I think most people have voted on that. So let me close that poll. I think, Swerve, did they just mention it in the commentary? Was that Mbappe through on goal? Behind. Yeah, so is that one, I think they just mentioned that that Kobe Mainu incident. All right, so there you go. Oh, and it's got the, we had 4 votes in there. If you were the English FA, would you keep Tuchel for the Euros 2028? No was 75% and yes 25%. Fair enough. Right. Right, I've got another poll. I think this one will be interesting. All right, there's a new poll in the chat. You'll like this one, people. There's a new poll in the chat. And this is pertinent because it's before half time. So we shall see. Malagusto keeps in the ball in. Oh, yeah, you said yes then, Arthur. Okay, I see. You think they'll keep him for the Euros, Arthur? I mean, you think they should? Fair enough, Arthur. I wouldn't, mate. I would sack him personally. I would definitely sack Tuchel for that. People think it's harsh, but I don't think so. And we've got a new poll in the chat. New poll in the chat. About our favourite Frenchman that we know. That we know and troll. Mbappe trying to do too much all on his own. Arthur says he proved that he learns from mistakes in this game by not parking the bus. I don't know. I'm not. I hear what you're saying, Arthur, but I'm not placing much relevance on this game. Not against a France team that just don't. They look like they're not even. They don't even look like they're there, to be honest. I'm not giving it. I wouldn't give anybody any credit for this. Mbappe runs on Duracell. Yeah, he's on one, but he looks like the only one who wants to be there, though. Espresso. Did everyone vote on the bottom one? Did everyone vote on that other? Did everyone vote on that other poll? I quite like these polls. They're quite cool. It'd be better if there was obviously more people voting on him. So yeah, Mbappe only on it. He wants to be top. Yeah, that is very true. You're right. You're right, bro. 100%. Have you got a little wager down on this one, Espresso? Let me know. Both teams to score by any chance? Espresso says, I've got both teams to score over 2 goals and Mbappe to score or assist. Well, you're halfway there then, bro. You're halfway there. Cameron says, haha, that poll is joke. That's it. We've had a few votes on it. Let's see what happens. I'll leave that open till half time in case anybody else wants to come in and see it. The main man, Victor. Woo! Lovely drop back. Who was that by? Rashford. Rashe. With the tech, the drag back, and launches a thunderbolt from 30 yards. Oof. He done Zaire Emery. Yeah, that definitely was a clean hit. Peter says, Ade, the betting shop detective has got your betting MO Espresso. That's it, bro. That's it. You know it, Peter. Sorry, Peter. I didn't even say hello today. I've been a bit all over the shop. Peter, how you doing, bro? How's things been today? Please let me know, bro. I wonder, and I'm wondering how interesting this game is going to be up and down the country. If I'm wondering how popular this game is up and down the country, how popular the World Cup's been, how many people are watching this. Arthur says, if Tuchel can get us our second best World Cup result, we shouldn't sack him. Arthur says, super stop. I'll come to that in a sec. Here we go. Koundé in the middle. That's gonna. Oh, good save, Henderson. Wow. Is that what you're saying? Super stop to Arthur, or did you mean Manyan's shot from Rashford? That was a great stop from Henderson. Wow. Peter says, nice and cool here. Thanks for asking. You're welcome, bro. Glad to hear that you're doing well, and you've cooled down a bit. Yeah, 1 second, Arthur. I'll address it in a sec. Right, Saka breaking, but England are very deep. Sprayed out wide there. Lovely ball out wide. Oh, that's it. Saka now. Surely. Can't control it. Oh, Saka. Looks a little yard off, Saka. Should have done better there. Saka should score. Yeah, from Henderson. I hear you, Arthur. It was good. And I'll come back to your point in a minute, Arthur. I'll come back to that. Arthur says, if Tuchel gets us our second best World Cup result, we should stick with him. I know where you're coming from, Arthur. What you're saying factually isn't incorrect. But Arthur, it's about how we went out of the World Cup. And that decision, it was such a cataclysmic error of a decision to do what he did in that semi-final. I just think it's an unforgivable error. I can understand little ones. If you get knocked out by the better team, or you lose going down, swinging, but to lose the way we did. Arthur, did you see the statistic? After we equalised, now what was it? What was the statistic? Wow, this break is over. They are miles up, but it's got to be 3-2, surely. I mean, it's got to be 3-0. Oh my days! Get a replay. Come on, Saka. What is going on? Oh, France are all over the place. Is it? France are embarrassing. This is horrible. This is France are pathetic, man. Jesus. France are pathetic. Honestly. Oh, mate, honestly, this isn't even a game. Honestly, they just embarrass themselves. I mean, honestly, I'll come back to the thing. Like Arthur, like I said, the way we left the tournament was unforgivable. So no, I wouldn't give him another chance. I think he should still be sacked. And this game is meaningless. But anyway, it's still a good result on paper. But look how high the line is. I've never seen a line that high in my life. It's embarrassing. This is like part-timers football. It's crazy. It's just stupid. Espresso says, thumbs up for Peter. Espresso says, shocking defence, France. Damn. That's not even defending. This is like children's football. Like the way France are playing. It's embarrassing. Arthur says, Victor definitely won't show his face. Wow. I think Victor might show his face next season when the Champions League starts and he can start talking about PSG. Because he cannot be bigging up France. This is awful. Embarrassing. Peter says, sacre bleu, innit? 100%. Espresso says, France defence looked like they had a few before the game. Oh, mate, they look all over the shop. It doesn't even look... France is not even playing professional football tonight. It's embarrassing. Arthur says, Victor definitely won't show his face. 100% he will. I don't think he will either. Honestly. Awful stuff, but... I'm sure Victor's going to try and put a brave face in it. He might pop in at half-time. Arthur says, England have been superb. Yes, new guy in the chat, Alphonse Rochelle, says, yes, England. Alphonse, welcome to the chat, my bro. Where are you from, Alphonse? Please let us know, my bro. And lovely to see you in the chat. The England boys are leaving the tournament with a bit of pride, Alphonse. Nice to see you, my bro. Gary, yes, Gary. Gary says, sacre bleu. Victor. Victor, where are you, Victor? Jokes. Arthur says, the name Alphonse sounds French. Alphonse Rochelle, where are you from, brother? Please let us know. And how are you doing this evening, sir? Arthur says England might lift the wooden spoon. They might do, or they might find Victor and give him a good with it. But they are on a break. Oh, have we got a positive? Somebody voting that Victor will come in. We're at 86%. Will we see Victor today? Mbappe now on the wing. Mbappe still has something to play for. Could still be top scorer of the tournament, as Espresso said. But going back to what you were saying, Arthur, I think this will obviously help Thomas Tuchel's case. Finishing third in the World Cup. This helps cover up any embarrassment. But to be honest with you, the embarrassment of the way we got eliminated, yeah, I'm not happy with it, to be honest. But I made that clear the other day on the stream. But, you know, what can any of us do? Do you know what I mean? We're just football fans at the end of the day. And we've got 7 votes in the chat. 6 are saying that Victor won't show up, and 1 is saying Victor will. Maybe that one person voting is Victor himself, ready to come in at half time. We shall see. Alphonse, are you there? Please let yourself known. It would be lovely to have a chat, Alphonse. Peter says it highlights his wrong choice of team selection, if anything. He should be down the road. Well, this is the thing. I think so as well, Peter. I think so as well. I think he's done many good things this tournament, but that one cataclysmic error he did in that semi-final, I think it's unforgivable. How are you leaving us with 6 defenders on the pitch at the end? Don't make any sense. But it is what it is. The thing is that the way they're going to look at it, though, is that England are a team. We're a team that we can get to semi-finals and finals, and the next tournament is the Euros in England. So it points, and obviously you're not going to have an Argentina there. You're not going to have, you know, the only teams to really worry about probably in 2 years' time are France or Spain. So, you know, you could understand that at home England winning the tournament. So will they keep Tuchel? They probably will. But he can't be doing that nonsense again. Can't be going negative at the moment. That's what we had, that's why the England, the nation was so against Gareth at times, because at the crucial moment he went negative. And what did Tuchel do at the crucial moment? He went negative. So, but obviously today's a good day for English football, but Peter says, especially the 100 on 100, Peter says he tried the old Jedi mind trick after the match too, saying it was a good game. He literally did try the Jedi mind trick. He really did try and that kind of doubled down. And that's what annoyed me even more, to be honest, Peter. If it had just held his hand up and says, on hindsight, I would have done something different. But he doubled down and said, no, if I had my time again, I'd do it again. And I'm like, really? Would you though? Would you really have done it again? We all watched it live together at the same time. And he went ultra negative. He went uber negative. But what's done is done now. What's done is done. There's no turning back the clock, sadly. Arthur says 7-1 now with the votes. Will we see Victor? Victor coming back in with a 3-0. We need to see him at half time. Dean Henderson's been good. He has been good, yep. Hey, Camille, how are you doing, bro? Camille is back in the chat. How are you doing, Camille? Say hello, brother. Hope you are well. Camille, did you see the... Camille, I hope you're good. Did you see the vote? We've got voting in the chat now. So we've got a poll. Alphonse says, German made. I have life in Liverpool for 3 years. My brother, how are you doing, Alphonse? Germany, brother. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the chat. And you lived in Liverpool for 3 years. From 2003 to 2006. Wow. Alphonse, so you were there when Liverpool... Oh my God, 4-0. 4-0. Sorry, Alphonse. One moment. Wow. Disgraceful. The French have been disgraced. They have let down Didier Deschamps. That is so bad. This legendary manager should not be going out in his final game like this. Oh my days. Will we see Victor? I do not believe we will. Wow. Wow. France 0, England 4 at half-time. Incredible. No one saw this. Alphonse, give me one moment. That was a great finish from Saka. And this is what we were missing with his fitness. It's such a shame that he wasn't fit. It's such a shame he wasn't fit enough to start game, Saka. Wow. They have been torn an absolute new one. Espresso says Tuchel said he would do it again. Yeah, Espresso. Tuchel said he would do the exact same thing in the semi-finals again. Arthur says the best team ever, not ever this tournament. Arthur says. Wow, she's happy. That'd be the bounce. And Camille says, good mind you. I am good, Camille. I know you're talking to Peter, but I hope you're well, Camille. Arthur said, this could be the biggest thumping in third place playoff history. You could be right, Arthur. And Alphonse says, that's good. Go England. Alphonse, who is your club team, my brother? It's nice to hear that you lived in Liverpool for those 3 years. Alphonse, can I ask you a question? So you was there when Liverpool won the Champions League in 2005. So did you see the parade? And what did you think? And let us know, who is your club side? And were you supporting Germany in the World Cup naturally? Please let me know, Alphonse, and welcome to my channel. Camille says, hi Peter, my cutie. Camille says, me to Tuchel, little bit late, bro, but still bronze. Fair enough, Camille. Very positive, bro. Very positive. Even though, to be honest, Camille, I would like Tuchel gone after what happened this tournament, me personally. Arthur says, next time Victor is in, we have to take the absolute mick out of him. I hear you, Arthur. We will definitely do that. I'm going to find him on some messages. I will get a if he doesn't come in today, I'm going to find him anyway, Arthur. I will, because I've been chatting to him a bit today in response to on some of my shorts. He's been saying we're going to destroy you later. He's been saying it on my shorts. We're going to destroy you. I was like, let's see, bro. Let's see. I said to him that I think earlier on today, I thought England would win. And then I saw the lineup. I changed my mind. I thought, now France. And then, wow, here you go, 4-0. Camille says, bro, this rocket attack should have been happened versus Argentina. I don't think it would have made a difference, to be honest. Maybe if Saka started. But, yeah, it is what it is. We will never know now, Camille. We will never know. But yes, Alphonse, I don't know if you heard my questions. Please let me know, Alphonse. We have a few seconds now. This should be the last action of the first half. Saka, good cross into the box. Dropped. Foul on Mike Maignan. Peter says, Louis XVI, the Three Musketeers, Edith Piaf, Eric Cantona, your boys took one hell of a beating. Yes, this is it, Peter. He got the Jason Cundy TalkSport treatment. They definitely took one hell of a beating. But yes, big star. But will we see Victor in the chat? We will leave the poll open for all of second half. And I'll pin the chat. But yes, very impressive from England there. Arthur says, we are slapping France. Slapping these boys. Yes, they are getting slapped. Camille says, the world definition for beautiful is my Peterborough, 100%. Espresso says, Victor said they will put 5 past us. Little did he know, he unwittingly predicted what England would do. That's it, Espresso. Definitely. Hey, Yusuf Channel, bro, France is SHIT now. Yusuf Channel, how are you doing, my bro? Welcome to my channel. Hope you are good. But France, they are definitely looking... well, not very good, Yusuf. That is very true. Yusuf, who is your team? Please let us know, my bro, and welcome to the channel. And Alphonse, if you remember my question, please let me know your answer as well. Peter says, cheers to Camille. Camille says, by God wish, current world Albert Einstein is my ade, bro. I try, my brother. I do try. Yeah, so nice to see some new people in the chat. Yes, here's Alphonse. Let's go. Alphonse says, never walk alone. That was amazing. Never have a better feeling this day. The German in this WM loser. I hear you, my bro. I hear you. But yeah, glad that you enjoyed that day, brother. All good. In terms of yourself, Alphonse, what did you think of Germany's performance in the World Cup? Are you still in England now, or have you gone back home to Germany? What did you think of your team in the World Cup? And who is your club team in Germany? If you follow a German club, please let us know. We're here to make new friends, and hopefully you like the atmosphere here. We like to chat, make friends, and have a good time. Yusuf Channel, let us know who you are, bro, where you're from, and who is your team. We'd love to know, my brother. Thank you very much. And of course, everyone, if you're liking the stream, please do drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel. I would love your support. Thank you. Arthur says, Declan's played 5,437 minutes this season, plus the second half. No, come on. He ain't played that much, surely. Jeez, you're probably right, actually. Jesus. Yeah, of course, because if he played more or less every Premier League game, that's 3,200 minutes. He would have played the Champions League games. So what? How many games is that? 16, 17 games, 18. Then the World Cup and the Cup games. Jesus. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, I didn't see it, but no, you're right. Because, yeah, the Prem games are about... Premier League games alone. If you play every Premier League minute... Yeah, so if you played every Premier League minute, that would be 3-2-4-0. And then, yeah, which he would... I know he wouldn't have played every single one. He would have played most. He played all, probably 16 out of 18 Champions League games, probably. FA Cup. Gee, too many minutes, Arthur. They need to look after him better. Arteta needs to look after him better. He needs to rest that boy. Alphonse says, my club team in Germany is VfB Stuttgart. I am now back in Germany. Alphonse, I hope you're living your best life over there. VfB Stuttgart, your manager, Hoeneß, Sebastian Hoeneß, Stuttgart's manager, right? He was Liverpool. My team was interested in Hoeneß to become the new manager. So I know you love him. What do you make of Hoeneß? Because everyone is saying he's like a young version of Jurgen Klopp. Is that true, Alphonse? Please let us know. Arthur says he played 900 for England alone. Wow, Arthur. Amazing, right? Too many minutes. And Arthur says plus stoppage time. Yeah, wow, incredible. Yeah, too many minutes, bro. They need to look after Declan Rice. He needs a good month off. And more. They need to... I can understand why they would want Bruno Guimaraes now, Arthur. Because that makes sense. You give Declan Rice a rest and you can let Bruno play some of the games. That's why I think they're going for him as a high priority. If that makes sense to you, let me know, Arthur. But it definitely makes sense to me. You're getting Bruno G. It means you can play Declan Rice in 75% of the games. Give that boy a rest. Because before you know it, they're going to take years off his career. Because between England and Arsenal, they are playing this guy way too much. But yeah, lovely chatting with you so far, Alphonse. Really appreciate it. Yusuf, channel, please let us know who you are as well, my bro. We like to see new people in the chat. Camille says, me just made an alarm. I woke up, just came. Inshallah, my Addy, bro, very happy. All good, Camille. And bro, I'm always happy to see you, my bro. Always puts a smile on my face. You're one of my main guys. Love to see you here. And I hope you've had a good day, my bro, and a nice weekend. Alphonse says, yep, that's true. Hoeneß is the next Klopp. I love to hear it, Alphonse. At the end of the day, Liverpool were looking for a new manager after getting rid of Arne Slot. And we were looking very closely at Sebastian Hoeneß. And I do believe if Liverpool hadn't have got Iraola, they probably would have taken Hoeneß, you know. And I think he would have gone. But at this time, maybe Hoeneß is thinking about staying at Stuttgart to achieve a few more things. He's got the fourth place twice in a row now. He's got the DFB Pokal. He's got that twice now, I think, with Stuttgart. But I think with Uli Hoeneß, he's looking at Sebastian Hoeneß. Obviously, his uncle, Uli, is the top man at Bayern. I think that's where he will want to go in a few years' time. What do you think? Let me know, Alphonse. And Alphonse says, me too, regarding what I said before. As in Hoeneß going to Liverpool. Camille says, my Middle East journey ready, only 2 chapters left in my course. BOQ and pricing. I don't know what the BOQ is, but I hear you on the pricing. But yes, your journey to the UK may be soon, my bro. That's what we like to hear. Alphonse says, that's right. I hear you, my bro. I hear you. But that's all good. Lovely chatting to you, Alphonse. Welcome to the channel. Like I said, we've got lots of friendly people here. My name is Ade. Feel free to chat to me at any time. We do lots of things on my channel, do live streams, watch-alongs, videos. And we're going to do something new this week where we're going to probably have like a show where people can just call in and talk about their clubs, talk about transfers, Premier League, whatever. I don't mind. As long as it's football and it's interesting, I'm here to talk about it. Camille says, do you know my bro Beam and Column Beam in housemaking? Not really, bro. Not really. But, you know, it's all about learning, my bro. It's all about learning. As long as it's interesting. But the poll, how many votes has the poll got? Let's see. I'm going to close the poll at halftime to see if Victor shows up. Alphonse says, thanks, mate. I felt good in this chat. Excellent. Well, we love to see it. It's only Alphonse, very small channel at the moment. Only been going for a few months, but have a nice little community building. And, you know, people are very friendly. And what I try to do, I'm not some young kid where, no offense, Arthur, I'm not a young kid where I'm not into immature things where people are trying to make you click just to chat rubbish, to get attention. I just want good people that like the game, are friendly, want to talk sense, and enjoy the game. That's really what I'm all about. So yeah, all good. Camille says, but me support for Victor. But yeah, look, you know, Victor's a nice guy, a funny guy, but you know, he is Victor's he's a bit too fast about how great France are. But as we can see today, France, they didn't have enough fights against Spain, and today against England, they're not even present. Alphonse says, I'm 45. We are from a similar time, my friend. We are both, you are from the 1980s, very earlys. I am from the 1970s. So, bro, I'm older than you. But we are from a similar time, my brother. We are from a similar time. So all good, all good. What was you doing in Liverpool, if you don't mind me, Alphonse, asking, when in those years? Were you working? Were you studying? Having experiences? It's all good to know. When you were a much younger man like me at the same time. In 2005, when you was in Germany, when you was in Liverpool, I was having my second child. Hey, J Trades, France with Spain love. J Trades, where are you from, bro? Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you in, my bro. Camille says, the war of the channel between only two of my Victor, bro, versus Arthur, bro. Yeah, they're only joking with each other. I think Arthur does get wound up by Victor, though, a little bit, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, J Trades, welcome to the chat, my bro. Introduce yourself, my man. I think Jay is saying that he loved the way Spain maybe dealt with France, maybe. Or you enjoyed the match, one of the two, but all good. I enjoyed the game, and more importantly, I'm looking forward to this World Cup game tomorrow. I think this final is going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I think in some ways it's going to be a very, very hard game to call tomorrow. Logic dictates that the game will lean towards Spain winning it against Argentina tomorrow. But the fight in the dog in the fight. Remember, it's not the biggest dog in the fight. It's about how much dog, how much heart, how much fight is in the dog. And Argentina have the biggest heart. There is no doubt about it. Alphonse says, that's right, was working in Liverpool. I'm a chef. Sacre bleu, he's a chef. Fair enough. Awesome. Glad to hear it, man. That sounds very impressive. Did you get but more importantly, Alphonse, how many stars, my friend? Michelin 1, 2, or 3? Let me know, bro. But hopefully you had some great experiences, bro. All good, all good. J Trades, are you there, my bro? Say hello. Hey, look, Camille, did you see what Arthur said? He said, it's not a war when one side doesn't show up. Arthur is putting his flag in the sand, saying that he has conquered Le Francais. Arthur running up the gums as usual. That's what we like to see. Big Arthur. Here is Arthur's emoji. This is it. That's what he gave Victor. Boom, boom. Alphonse, just so you know, bro, you're obviously new to the channel. You can see there's a poll question. There's a poll for voting. We're saying, will Victor show up? Victor is a PSG fan from France. And he's been telling us all tournament, Alphonse. He's been telling us that France are going to destroy everyone. They're going to destroy this. They're going to destroy Spain. And then obviously Spain beat them. Then he said, don't worry. He was messaging me earlier today, Alphonse, saying France are going to destroy England. Then look what happened today, 4-0. So we have a poll in the chat. Will Victor turn up today? And as you can see, most people think Victor will not be coming today. Alphonse says, in Liverpool, mission 2. Now in German 3. Wow. So really, you Michelin star, yeah? Wow. Impressive, my bro. Maybe, I don't know if you're joking, but I hope you are. That means you're living a fantastic life. But well done for working so hard. And very impressive. Oh, Camille, did I miss your comment? 1 second. Camille says, Alphonse, my bro, inshallah, for our 1 million subs, we're with you and we'll do a beautiful halal lunch. Maybe he'll be cooking it. He's a super chef, Camille. Alphonse says, France, the frog eaters, yes, they do love it. And Alphonse says, thanks, mate. You are welcome, my bro. On my channel, it's all about positivity, my man. Seriously, it's all about positivity. All good. But yes. Yeah, really good chat going on. All good, all good. Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. He came. Victor Sacrebleu. Mate. Victor, what's going on? Victor, what happened? 4-0, bro. Half time. Victor, you said you'd beat England 5-0. Victor, what's going on? Oh, mate. Unbelievable. Well, we can close the poll because here he is. He turned up. Victor, did you see the poll in the chat before I close it? Did you see the poll? Victor, that's the only thing you won today. You won the poll because you actually turned up today. Camille says, Alphonse, my bro, congrats. And I wish we will see you as a world's best chef one day, inshallah. Well done for spreading the positivity. Arthur says, wow, he showed up. And Victor says he saw it. Yeah, we had to. And I pinned the comment there as well, Victor. Where is Victor? Just so we could try and hopefully that you would come out of hiding. Well, not hiding, but obviously you're there at half time. So, Victor, you might as well stay in the chat. There's nothing to concentrate on in the second half. But respect for Victor for turning up, though. Respect to Victor. He's a good sport. But yeah, come on, Victor. What's your thoughts on this day today? What are you thinking? Victor, in my opinion, I think... Well, look, there's the results of the poll. 73% of everyone said that Victor wouldn't turn up, and 27% did. But Victor, seriously, what's happened today? And have they... Right, Victor says, I mean, we are the worst team of the World Cup. Horrible. Is it real? Bro, it's definitely real, my man. It's definitely real. Victor, I'm more embarrassed. It's not about the team. I'm embarrassed for Deschamps. He didn't deserve this. This has been one of the worst displays from a team I've seen. I think it's disgusting what they've done. They've played embarrassing. England's been okay, but this has been like in England we call it a pub team or a Sunday league team. France are just... This is ridiculous. This is not the real France. This is ridiculous. But the second half is about to start. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds and I will be back. Right, I'm back again. Give me 1 moment. Right, I will read the messages in 2 seconds. Ollie Watkins coming on for England, which is good. Right, so where are we? Victor says, I mean, we're the worst team in this World Cup. Horrible. Is it real? Alphonse says, thank you to Camille. Espresso says, we need to let Mbappe score. Victor says, why is our defence that high? Everyone is alone. Wow, Victor... That high line on that Saka goal was unbelievable. That was amateurish. It was absolutely amateurish, Victor. That made no sense. It made absolutely no sense at all. Camille says, Addy, bro, please behave with my Victor, bro. Just trolling and laughing. No. I'm not laughing at him. I'm not like that. I just can't believe it, to be honest. It's absolutely ridiculous. Arthur says, Upamecano coming on, meaning we're going to get even more now. And Victor says, Brazil, Germany, the record will break. I think they will do a better second half, Victor. But yeah, it could be, what was it, 7-1? It was 7-1 to Brazil versus Germany to Brazil. But it won't be that bad today. And Big John Nugget, England beat Argentina in rugby today as well. There you go, Big John. Welcome to the chat, my bro. Feel free to say hello, Big John. And what do you think of the 3 Lions today? Let me know, my bro. And welcome, Big John. Welcome. Always nice to see new faces. My name is Ade, the veteran arcade soldier, and this is my channel. Lovely place, friendly vibes, good people to talk to, friends and supporters of all clubs. Let us know who your club team is and who you'd love to chat about. All good. Throw anything you want in the chat, obviously mostly around the footy. Victor says, that match is a 6-1 England, in my opinion. Not enough goals. We shall see, Victor. We shall see. I think there will be more goals in the second half, but I just can't see France playing this badly in the second half. It will be criminal. Camille says, Espresso says, for real, I thought France would beat us. To be honest with you, when I saw the lineup, I thought it was going to be France 2, England 0 when I saw the lineup. But France have literally disrespected the manager here. They've shaped, I wouldn't say they shamed the nation, but it is ridiculous, really. They've just felt sorry for themselves since the semi-final, basically. And it's not right. It's not right. Camille says, even without Kane and Bellingham. Very true. Victor says, you switched off the TV. Victor, feel free just to hang in the chat, bro. We'll keep you company, my bro. No point putting yourself through any more pain. Camille says, my name is Camille, veteran soldiers, bro. There you go. Arthur says, I said 3-0. Exactly, you said 3-0 France. But you know what? Understandable. Big John Nugget, how have you been today, sir? Please let the chat know. Victor says, remontada, I believe. Let's go, France. Remontada, 4-0. That's a bit too much, bro. Right, here we go. Oh, ball in. That's what. Oh, my days. Mbappe scores. Remontada it is, maybe. But now Mbappe has got his goal. He is the top scorer of the tournament. Wow. Does Victor know something? So Arthur says, so you didn't turn off. Yeah, he got us there. Big John says, hey everyone, England don't want to sit back. They need to keep pushing. 100% Big John. Big John, let me ask you something, my bro. You're obviously an England fan like myself. Obviously, we're disappointed that we went out in the semis. Big John, we had a poll in the first half on the channel. I'll be honest with you, mate. I think the way we went at the tournament was not acceptable with the changes. I was happy with Tuchel up to a point, but after the semi-final way we went out, I believe the FA should make a change. I'm not even saying it for hyperbole. I believe that it wasn't right. Something I think that needed an investigation, personally speaking. What did you think of the Tuchel decision in that semi-final? And are you happy for him to continue? Obviously, it's your opinion. I respect other fans, but please let me know, Big John. You're an England fan, like a lot of us in the chat are. What do you think about Tuchel staying on? Please let us know, Big John. And welcome to the chat. Camille says, my bro told 1970s, but in my visible just around 1980s middle. Thank you, bro. Alphonse, if you're there, hopefully you're still there, mate, and enjoying the chat. Feel free to drop in anything you want. Victor says, bye. I will come when it will be 5-4 and England, I turn on my TV. No worries, Victor. Come back when you're ready, bro. Espresso says, my bets are in. Was waiting for Mbappe. There you go, Espresso. Now you can sit back and relax. Victor says, yeah, I know you. You 5-4 for England. Yeah, exactly. We know what you meant, Victor. We know what you meant. Yes, Camille, I saw what Tuchel said yesterday. I wasn't happy with it. In the end, he didn't even take the blame. He kind of blamed England's lack of success. So he kind of blamed us, like the fans, the country, the players, for he blamed England, the fans, players, and the culture, and the media and everything. It was everybody else's fault but Tuchel's. And I thought that was criminal, to be honest. Big John said, I think that told the players to don't push against Argentina. Well, this is it. I'm with you, John. But the thing is, though, obviously for me, the leadership comes at the top. But I say this to you, John. You look at it this way, right? Imagine you're a player in that team. What does that say to you when you've taken off your one player with attacking pace at the time, which was Gordon, and you're bringing on a defender? What does that say to the rest of the squad? It just shows that you're going defensive. But Oh, Rabiot should have scored there. That should have been 4-2. But look, I guess we'll never know now. We've got the Euros coming in. We've got the Euros, in our country in a couple of years' time. But I'm not happy with Tuchel, to be honest. But what can any of us do? We're fans. We hope for the best. But I think it was such a poor decision. I just think some decisions are so poor. It seems harsh to sack somebody on one decision, but I'm really unhappy with that decision. Those substitutions absolutely killed us. But it is what it is. Right, Camille says, what is your opinion, brothers? Do you guys like Tuchel to continue as manager? We did a poll in the first half, and there was only a few people. 4 of us voted, and I think it was 4-1, I think, for Tuchel to be replaced. But yeah, most fans are probably okay with him staying. Just me personally, I'm not. Personally. Big John said, need change the manager before then. I think so. Fair enough, John. I think so as well. And the way I see it is this. Whether it's realistic or not, you got Pep Guardiola. You got Pep Guardiola out of a job. Why not approach him? It's not impossible. People might think certain things are impossible. Because to be honest with you, people didn't think we'd be able to get Tuchel because it was quite high profile. Brazil have got Ancelotti. So why can't England, with a big contract and a nice path into international football, try and get Pep Guardiola? It's not as crazy as people think. He's lived in England all these years. He loves English football. He's said it himself. Why not try and get Pep? Not impossible. Could be a possibility, right? Imagine you're going into the Euros with Pep as manager. Be unbelievable. Big John said, we got enough good English managers in Britain. I mean, I would even mind Eddie Howe as the England manager. Give him a go. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, the fact's proven that an international manager should come from the country they manage, because no team has ever won a World Cup. We're going to see it tomorrow. Spanish team with a Spanish manager. The Argentina manager is from Argentina. He's already won it. So, you need a manager from your own country to win it. Wow, what a run this is. Unlucky for Eze there. Camille says, then Guardiola will be a nightmare for these players. He will be, but of course, he isn't a manager from this country, but he's the best manager in the world. So I would, if you gave me the option, I'd take him. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Right. Wow, 4-2. Wow. What is going on? It's looking a bit sticky, chaps. Good goal from Bradley Barcola. That's his price gone up. A couple more million. Ridiculous, really. What sort of game is this? It's turned into a basketball game. Peter says, this is great. Arthur says 4-2. Oh no, England. It's not good, is it? And Big John said it. That's right. They're sitting back again. This is it. Mentality shift. And where does the mentality come from, John? It comes from the top. The job was done in their heads at half time. It's just poor. It's very poor. Look at it. Look at Gahey on the floor there. He's looking lost. They're looking lost. What an absolutely stupid game of football. Ridiculous game of football. Espresso says both defences are crap. Camille says, what is your thought about Rooney, bro, as a player and manager? Camille, as a player, one of the greatest players I've ever seen. Wayne Rooney is one of the greatest players in English history. As a manager, absolutely horrific. Horrendous manager. He's not a manager, basically. Big John, lovely to welcome you into the chat of the community. Let us know, who's your club team, bro? Who do you support? Please let us know, Big John. Espresso says, I'm not in the mood for extra time and penalties. Anyone up for that? No, I'm not up for that, bro. And if this goes to penalties, then he should definitely get sacked. Ah, Villa. Nice one, Big John. We've got... Oh, one sec. Let's take this free kick. Decent ball into the box, but too close to the keeper. Yeah. Oh, Big John. So obviously you got your team's in a lot of the wars at the moment with Cells. Wow, that's onside as well. Jesus Christ, what is going on? Wow, that could have been 4-3. Now, Elise, bang. Oh my days, that easily could have... What is going on here? This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Camille says, today drinking soft drinks, sad. Who, me or you, bro? Was that offside or onside? I think it was offside in the end. Let me unpin this chat because we don't need this up anymore because Victor has come in. Great for getting Tuchel back on the ropes job-wise. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, exactly, Peter. I was literally going to say that. This result is doing Tuchel no favours because the 4-0 was great, but to crumble in 10 minutes to 2, it's not looking good for Tuchel. Espresso says they've turned up now. Well, yeah, what they look at bad. And then Camille says, "You mine," as in me drinking. I am having a soft drink, bro. Thirsty, work all this talking. Yeah, Big John. So yeah, so you're a Villa man, Big John. I wanted to throw a few things your way. We've got a lovely guy that's on the channel as well. He's got his username is AVFC. Lovely guy. I thought he might be in today. Maybe he'll be on tomorrow. But he also supports Aston Villa like yourself. So congratulations on winning the Europa League. Fantastic performance in the final there. But AV, I was going to call you. Big John, what are your thoughts on the two Cells? So Tielemans and now Morgan Rogers. This breaking news. What's your thoughts, mate? Please let us know. Espresso says showing Tuchel up second half again. Exactly, Espresso. No good. Camille says this FIFA very little bit bored. Wow, so we've got a break now. Jess Beds driving forward. Went for the right foot, playing on the left. So we've got the corner here now. England have a corner. Yes. What flavour, bro, you drink? It's the Cherry Lucasade Energy, mate. Cherry Lucasade. If Lucasade are listening or the AI bots are listening, you want to sponsor the channel, let me know, Lucasade. I'm all ears. Ball into the box. That's in, surely. Oh, my days. Decent save there from Manyan. Little bowl roll and nutmeg. Camille says there was an ambulance in Ali Bro's home. Nah, man. Oh, right, that went past. Yes, there was. I thought you were saying because of the Lucasade, bro. No. Big John says, has Tuchel been paid off something strange? Oh, mate, it's weird, isn't it? Big John, it's very strange, bro. It's very strange. It doesn't make any sense. But if you're not a manager that's going to really make your presence known, or you can't imprint your plan, then I don't know. I'm seeing some flaky stuff from this England team. It's very, very strange. But it is what it is. But yeah, Big John, let us know what you think of those two transfers. Tielemans off to United. Obviously, how does this affect your season next season? I know you brought this man Zambi in. And obviously, Morgan Rogers. That's the big one. So it goes to show that this might have been in the works with your team. Because obviously, you brought in Manzambi. And now you're letting Rogers go. Right. Mbappe trying to get another. Tuchel's mind first half, your time. Second half, my time. Yeah, well, there you go. He's all over the shop, Camille. That is the point. He is all over the shop. Oof. Just wide. That easily could have been in. Wow, he should do better with that. Cameron says this is a shambles. I'm sure Cameron was trying to say shambles. This is a shambles. This is an absolute shambles. No structure. Right, surely now. Watkins, decent feet in the box. Lays it over to Eza. Good chip into the box, surely clear. Tony, he looks miles off it, Tony. He looks absolutely miles off it, Ivan Tony. Right. Espresso says that at least we got goals. Could have been 0-0 extra time. Very true. We have seen 6 goals. Fair play, Espresso. Big John says we still be up the top this season, coming with a good manager behind the Villa. I hear you, Big John. I think you guys will be up there as well. You'll definitely be in contention for the Champions League positions. Yeah, I think let's see how this Manzambi kid goes. The Tielemans loss is, I think in some ways the Tielemans loss might be bigger than the Watkins one, to be honest. It's a tough one. Both really good players. But you'd imagine Emery will find the answer. Let's see how this Manzambi kid goes. It'll be very interesting. Big John TA goes. Watkins, decent play at the edge of the box. Eza, standing up Digne, drifts past him. But yeah, definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Villa will be next season. Obviously back in the Champions League. The only thing, Big John, is that it's not necessarily about the squad with Villa. It's how they handle both competitions, because that's where they kind of came unstuck last time. They struggled to handle Premier League and the Champions League in the same season. But that's why they're going to need a bigger squad. So let's see how they handle it. Big John says, at least we did much better than Chelsea. Yep, fairs. But that's the thing. Now Chelsea are going to be on the opposite side of things, where they don't have any Europe now. And obviously they've got a big... Oh, look, what is this? That's got to be a goal. This is pathetic. Honestly, this is awful. How is that not a goal from Dembele? This is awful. Espresso says Saudi Pro League slowed down Ivan Toney. Exactly, Espresso. He looked absolutely miles off it with that touch. This is embarrassing. What is this? This game is shocking. Wow, I'm stunned with what I'm watching here. This is just a stupid, nonsensical game of football. But yeah, next season's going to be really good anyway. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what transfers come over the next 8 to 10 days. I think next season's Premier League is going to be won in the next 10 days. I think Man United's made some really good signings. They're looking strong. You know, let's see what Arsenal do. Chelsea will have a good shout because of the lack of European games. New manager, good manager. Bringing in Rodgers, good player. Man City obviously doing Man City things as usual. So yeah, next season is going to be really good. Big John says we always do it every second half. It's a curse, mate. Honestly, Big John, this is a shambles, mate. An absolute shambles. Right, here we go. Oh, Ollie Watkins, if you could have got that header over. Camille says, Inshallah, 10-8 England. Honestly. There's going to be more goals in it. This could easily end 4-4. So England need to make sure, if this ends 4-4, 4-3, it's going to end 4-4. It's going to end 4-4, or England might even lose this. The commentator saying a goal of the highest quality. Have you seen the defending here? This isn't football. This is embarrassing. This isn't football. I'm stunned. Mbappe super goal. It's a great goal from Mbappe, but the build-up, he should never be in that position. Mbappe is the highest goal scorer in World Cup history. Incredible stuff. So he got that record. It's a great finish. I'll tell you something. If England draw or lose this game, they will sack him. They will sack him. The cameraman doing the perv move again. I'm putting it in there. Oh my God, you're joking. England are all over the shop. This is ridiculous. Honestly, what are we watching here? This is absolutely... I'm telling you, this is pathetic. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, I put a new poll in the chat. We're going poll crazy today because we don't usually do polls on the channel, but it's a new thing. I'm putting it in there because honestly, I'm stunned with what I'm watching, to be honest. This level of defending, I'm stunned. Honestly, I'm absolutely stunned. Big John says, did Tuchel spike their drink? Mate, I don't know what he's been doing with their Lucasade, but listen, if I ever come across Thomas Tuchel, Big John, and he hands me a drink, I'm not drinking that. Because that's going to have Rehypno or something dodgy in it. I'm not going anywhere near that. Let me go back to certain messages. Espresso says, Tuchel, you're a clown. Are you going to blow a 4-goal lead? Peter says, don't think we need the Je suis Victor movement anymore. Oh my God, that's the thing. Imagine Victor's going to come in here and absolutely clown us if we throw this away. This is, honestly, this is beyond embarrassing. I think even winning this game 4-3 is embarrassing. Peter says, no, because the FA are part of the mediocre standard. I hear that, Peter, but vote, please, regardless. Victor jinxed us. As soon as he turned up, France started scoring. It's so true. I mean, I'm stunned. Arthur says, this will be one of the most humiliating things in history if we lose this game. Arthur, do you see my point about why he should be sacked? This is my point, bro. So I don't say these things for... I don't say these things for... I mean, who am I? This is a small channel. But I don't say these things for shock or outrage or controversy. I'm telling you, I think he should be sacked after the Argentina game. I think he should be sacked because of this as well. And this is probably going to go one way. We'll end up drawing this game. And if we lose this game, he should be sacked. I'm telling you. There's a reason I said it. There you go. Espresso. Victor might be right. Putting 5 past us. Big John says he'll be packing his bag back to Germany after this. He will be, mate. It has to be. It's ridiculous. Disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Ridiculous. Alphonse, are you there, Alphonse? If you're there in the background, watching from Germany, what are you thinking, bro? Can you believe what you are seeing? Wow. Honestly, I can't believe what I'm watching. I'd love to know what Kane and Jordan Pickford are saying on the bench. Peter says, big on superstitions. I think I have jinxing powers. This shouldn't happen in football. The defending I saw in the first half that the French were doing shouldn't be. Honestly, I'm absolutely flabbergasted. I don't know if I've seen. This is the kind of game. This is the kind of game you see in League Two. This is a League Two kind of football game. It's ridiculous. Exactly, Espresso. Flabbergasted. Just honestly. I think both of these teams should be embarrassed, to be honest. Both of these teams should be absolutely embarrassed. Absolutely stunned. I am stunned for words. Crazy stuff. So, we'll leave the votes open to the end of the game. Peter said mind-boggling. I know, it's all of those words, isn't it? Mind-boggling, flabbergasted. Honestly, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Peter, it's like Sunday League football. It's literally like Sunday League football. Big John says, anyone knows you never sit back and wait for it to... Exactly, Big John. That's the thing. It's like you keep going or... you keep going because at the end of the day, attack is the best form of defence. And if you've got the ball, they don't. And if you've got the ball, they're not attacking. You can't score. Absolutely ridiculous. And just like Danny Murphy just said on the commentary, France look like they're going to score every single attack. When do you see that in football? It's absolutely bonkers. Wow. Jesus. But it's going to make for an interesting last fourth quarter. As you know, guys, the hydration break. We finished the third quarter. We're in the fourth quarter now. The Americanization of the sport continues. But yeah, absolutely stunning game of football. But in a weird way. Right, here they go. France on the attack again. Oh my! How's he missed that, Elise? Look, it's just they're open. Honestly, I'm a man that is not lost for words. But that is a goal. That should be a goal. Get it on target. It's a goal. I can't believe... honestly, what am I watching? How was that not a goal? What am I watching here? This is ridiculous. It's literally like schoolboy stuff. Alright, Elise falls, luckily, stumbles. Honestly, in my opinion, I think some of these English players are not playing for this guy. There's no way. I don't believe that they're playing for this guy. There's no way some of these English boys are playing for this guy. No chance. Espresso says, Big John would have thought Tuchel would have learnt his lesson after letting Argentina back in. He ain't the one. Exactly, Espresso. Exactly. Right, Jude Bellingham coming on now. How many goals has Mbappe got for the tournament now? Is that 10, is it? Wow. Jeez. They look so much faster than us now. We just look dead on our feet. Big John says, I think someone paying Tuchel off twice now. This is... Mate, honestly. It's like Big John, it's like he's either done a George Graham or a Harry Redknapp bung or something. It's wild. It is wild, John. Crazy stuff. Peter says, was this England team built on meritocracy of form from this season, or is it player favourites? In honesty, I think it's definitely more player favourites, but maybe not the way that it normally apply, because he picked Konza the most out of all these centre backs. I've mentioned this before. He's definitely picked players he liked more than the meritocracy, I reckon. Dembele has a poor ball into the box. Still nearly found a way through though. It's a poor ball into the box. Still a poor cross though. But yet still managed to find its way in. Oh my God, too easy. England players aren't near to their man either. Yeah, I think he's got his favourites, and I think he's ostracised a few people with his comments from the other day, Peter. If you saw the comments he put out after the game, I think he's isolated a few players. I think they don't believe in the manager. After what happened in the semi-finals, I think he's lost the dressing room, as it were. This shouldn't happen in football. This should not happen. At this level of football, this should not happen. I guarantee that. England need to keep the ball in the French half all the time. They can't even get the ball, John. We saw that statistic after when they lost control of the game against Argentina. What was it? Something stupid like they had 12% possession for like 25 minutes or something dumb like that. Right, we've got no one in their half, more or less. Right, lovely ball there. Come on. Oh, he's doing too much. Great effort though. Great effort there. Did too much. Barcola too quick for Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa's looking like a Sunday league player out there. Oh my days, there it is. There it is, surely. Oh my God. Oh my God. How has Elise missed that? It's an open goal. 7 yards out. Arthur says Elise missing everything. I know, exactly. How has he missed that? It's an open goal practically. Elise's missed 2 sitters. I mean, I am stunned. I am stunned. Big John says, I think you're right. They don't like Tuchel. I'm telling you, John. I'm telling you. I've watched football. I'm not to say I'm like some oracle, but I've watched football all my life, and I know when they're not. I know when there's players there that are. They are players there that have thrown it in. Impossible. Impossible for two halves of football to be like this. Impossible. Even if you think about all the football you've seen in your life, have you ever seen a half, two different halves so dissimilar? This makes no sense. Is Elise a £200 million player? He's meant to be. How he missed out, I don't know. I'll tell you what though, I'll be interested to see Thomas Tuchel's his post-match. I'd love to see how he explains not having any form of control in the second half. We are now 37 minutes into this second half, and England have not controlled barely a minute of the second half. How is that possible? You're winning 4-0 and you don't control any part of the second half, and you're 4-0 up. Shouldn't happen. Incredible. Big John says, attack. You wouldn't need that much defence. 100, mate. 100%. Never, you know, when you got a team like this up, you just control the ball, pass it around, make him chase shadows. And we've been chasing shadows from the 45th minute onwards. Absolutely scandalous. Peter says he will do a water mitty again with some fantastical story. We're soon going to see afterwards. Right, Barcola. Good feet from Mbappe. Mbappe doing way too much there. Right, England trying to break out from the back. Squeeze in the back. Low block settings. Wow. What is this? Absolutely ridiculous. Big John says there's 30 million on this one. Who wins? Well, it's a good question. If this was going another 15 minutes, I wouldn't say England, but the fact that they just got to get through 6 minutes, you'd think that England will win this from here, but I still think France are going to equalise, John. That's a penalty. He's going to give it. It's a penalty. So it looks like England are going to get away. Get out of dodge. Malaguste's blown it. And Chelsea wants 70 million for Malagusto, by the way. Yeah, clumsy challenge. Arthur says, please score. I mean, it's a penalty all day long. So, are we about to see an eight goal thriller? But yes, the main man is stepping up. The star boy of the team. The man who's been England's best player this tournament. Jude Bellingham. Big John says yes to the penalty in the chat. Espresso says penalty, wow. And Arthur says please score. It's going to be Saka. Very reliable penalty taker. Come on, Bukayo lad. Usually a good penalty taker. So this is to seal third place in the World Cup. Surely, if England score this, they can't blow it now. Right, I'm going to avoid the chat. Some of you might be a few seconds in front of me. Let's see it in real time. Go on, Bakayo-san. Magic Mike wearing the most disgusting pink kit you've ever seen in your life. Bakayo. Doesn't usually take a big run up, Bukayo Saka. Right, Bukayo Saka steps up for the hat-trick. I hate short run-ups. Bukayo. Oh, lovely penalty. Get in, son. Great goal. And that is the game. England hat-trick for Bukayo Saka in one of the weirdest games of football I think I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, that is one of the strangest games of football I've ever seen in my life. Espresso says, get in Saka, hat-trick, boom. I mean, never seen nothing like it, guys. I don't think I've ever seen a game like this in my life when I think about it. It's hard because, you know, when you see crazy games of football and you think, have I seen anything like this before? But I'm trying to think, have I actually seen a game like this before? I don't think I have. What do you guys think? Yeah. Crazy. I'll end the poll anyway. Let's see what everyone says. Will Thomas Tuchel be sacked if they draw or lose this game? Yes, 78% agree, thought the same as me. But obviously he has won the game. But yeah, what a crazy game. Honestly, 18 shots on target. Mad. Absolutely a mad game. I honestly, I don't think, guys, I know I keep repeating myself, but I don't think I've seen a game like this ever in my life. Crazy game. And are there more goals in this game? At least kind of France went out on their sword for Deschamps, who deserved a bit of a... Didier Deschamps has done enough for world football not to go out getting beat 4-0 at half time. But France should never have been 4-0 down. Just like England should never be hanging on to a 4-3 lead after being 4-0 up. So yeah, I can't make heads or tails of this game. Absolutely crazy game. Right, great run there from Jed Spence. Why didn't he put out wide to Saka there? I'll tell you what, Jed Spence had a really good tournament. Apparently, the rumours are that Jed Spence is not fancied by the Tottenham manager, whose name eludes me, I'm getting tired. Apparently he doesn't, what's his name? Roberto, what's his name? You know who I mean anyway. Yeah, Roberto, whatever his name is, the Tottenham manager, apparently doesn't fancy Jed Spence. I'll tell you what, I would take Jed Spence at Liverpool in a heartbeat. Can play right back, left back, even a little bit of an outright. You know, he can play on the, not on the wing as a great player, but he's an outlet option with his pace. I would definitely take him as a fullback option. De Zerbi, that's the one. Cheers, Pete. Why I forgot that right this minute. Roberto De Zerbi, yeah, 100%. Jed Spence, he apparently doesn't fancy Jed Spence at Spurs. He can play right back and left back. What a good player he is. Big John said, young players on there needs good build up with pace. 100%, bro. 100% Big John, for true, for real. What a crazy game. 7 additional minutes. Right, Elise now. What can France do? Koundé stepping over the halfway line. Puts out wide to Dembele. Surely not another goal in this game. Great tackle from Rice. Still going. Declan Rice. How is he still on the pitch? If anyone deserves a break from this World Cup, it's him. Camille says, all wish England the bronze. It looks like the bronze is coming our way. Arthur says, hat-trick for the star boy. Saka, that's the one. 22 viewers in the stream. Please, can I remind you to drop a like on the stream. Hit the subscribe button and support your boy Ade, the veteran arcade soldier, on the channel. It's a fun, friendly environment. Non-toxic behaviour. We don't mind a few jokes here and there, but it's all about getting along. Doesn't matter about who your club team is. Whether it's your international team, your club team, you all support different stuff. It's all about being unified in the love of the game. So don't forget to hit the like button on the stream and subscribe to the channel. Ah, you're an idiot, Arthur. You got me. I looked down. I'm not going to lie. I looked down. You're a prat. You only do it to me because it's late and I'm tired. You got me. I'll let you off. Right. Camille says next R9 is Arthur. Right, here we go. Dembele in the goal. Fires across the goal. Decent clearance there by Chalobah. Espresso says 28 likes. What's the record? It's 30, bro. So not a record today, but you know, consistency, honestly, I would take it. If the record is 30 and we get 28, it means the channel's doing well. That's all that matters. But thank you, my bro. Arthur says, I'll get you every time. I know, bro, but I can't handle it. When it gets to midnight, bro, I shouldn't be up. I should be sleeping by now. But, you know, this World Cup's going to be the death of me, Arthur. But it's cool. We've got the final tomorrow. Then after that, we're going to start getting back to normal times. But saying that, all of the club teams are going to start doing their friendlies. A lot of them are going to America. So I know next Saturday, I'm going to be doing a stream in the Liverpool game. The Liverpool Wrexham game. I think it's going to be a 10 o'clock kickoff. So I'm going to be doing that. And I'm going to do like other games as well. I'll do the Villa games, Arsenal games, Man United games. Have a look. Just want to watch the good football and see what's what. Arthur says, big 26 watching. Like and subscribe. Well said, Arthur. And Espresso says, he gives Camille the thumbs up. And Camille says, still 37 subs for giveaway. The cameraman's on his toes again, trying to look for the good-looking ladies in the crowd. We see how you move, cameraman. You absolute savage. This is the thing, they're talking about in the commentary about Jed Spence, and this is what I was talking about 10 minutes ago. This guy couldn't get a game under Ange Postecoglou. With all their injuries, he couldn't get a game. And you think Jed Spence, he's one of the fastest players in the league. He's really good at, he's fantastic defending. Like literally, in a one-on-one, he's one of the best players in the league. He will lock you up like you're in a penitentiary, like you're in prison. The Jed Spence penitentiaries, he's no joke. Plays left back and right back. Oh my days. 5-4. What are we watching here? What are we watching here? Honestly, Tuchel. Tuchel is getting away with it. Still not over yet. 5-4. Victor will come back and it's because you know Victor before he went. Look, I'm going to find Victor's comment if it's still there. Where is it? Where's Victor's comment? I'm looking for it. Well, here's Vic. Look, I'm going to pin Victor's last comment. Hey, look. Look at Victor's comment. He meant to say France, but look what he actually said. 30 seconds. Yeah, but it's going to be a bit more, Espresso. It's going to be a bit more, right? They've got to add on another minute or so. Victor said in his last message, bye, I will come back when it's 5-4 to England. And it is 5-4. Wow. This is just a shambles of a game. Peter says spooky. It is. Right, here we go. On the break. Bellingham. Power and pace. Oh, lovely. Go on, Jude. Oh, my days. 6-4. What is this? It's like a game of FIFA. Honestly, it's like a game of FIFA. Wow. What is what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? I actually haven't. It's like isn't it? It's like EAFC or FIFA, however you want to call it, when you're playing a game. This is the most I've never seen I will go on record. I've never seen a football game like this in my life. Never. It just makes no sense. Upamecano getting shown up. Victor said that at half-time, Arthur. He said they'll come back when it's England 5, France 4. But he meant it the other way around. And the game is over. I'm speechless. Absolutely bonkers. I don't know why Deschamps laughing. He should be embarrassed. You conceded 6 goals, mate. You're meant to be the favourites. Yeah, it's literally a PlayStation game. 100%. Espresso says best we've done since 1966. Woohoo! I'm glad to be finishing third. I'd just rather finish third in a more controlled manner. I hate things where there's no control. Arthur says it's a 10-goal game. Can you believe it? It's a 10-goal game. What is going on? What is going on? And here's one thing I'll throw at you as well. Do you know how rubbish the World Cup final is going to be tomorrow now? Now that we've seen that. Like, ridiculous. Like, wow. Unbelievable. Peter says, mon Dieu. Big John says 1966 was great football. Honestly, that was literally like a 1966 scoreline, wasn't it? It was like, 6-4. Wolverhampton Wanderers 6. Burnley 4. Those are the kind of scorelines you got back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. Crazy stuff. Arthur says, make sure to like. Yes, Big Arthur. Respect. And yeah. Honestly, God, in the chat, have you seen a game like that in your lives? I've never seen a game. I've never seen a game like that. It's not even about the scoreline. I've just never seen such a weird game. Such an absolute weird game. Crazy. I mean, Mbappe there sitting on a drinks thingy. He looks lost. Wow. Arthur says final's going to be rubbish. Do you know something? It's one of those things, After. It's like Sod's Law, right? One of those things are you cannot have. I just don't think you can have 2 classics next to each other. We had a classic today in a perverse kind of way. It was a perverse classic today, guys. It was very, very odd. Espresso says a game of 2 halves. Not half, it wasn't. Exactly, not half. It was definitely a game of 2 halves. Big John says, Argentina v Spain, it's got to go penalties after that. And probably a 0-0, John, and go to penalties. Natasha says, no trophy though. Natasha ain't messing about. Terminator Problet. Welcome, Terminator. Terminator says, what a basketball match. Haha. Well said, Terminator. Terminator says, 100% scripted match. Already decided Mbappe will score 2 goals. This is drama and sees basketball matches, not a football match. Packed against Messi. Terminator's going down the conspiracy theory route. Bro, that was... I'm trying to make sense of it myself, my bro. I'm actually trying to make sense of it. Espresso says, completely different tomorrow's game. Well, tomorrow's game will be 2 teams that are actually serious and will put their lives on the line not to concede a single goal. Arthur says, will we still get a medal? Exactly. Natasha says, would you feel proud of a bronze medal? If I was competing at the Olympics, Natasha, I would. Not in a football match, though, I wouldn't. I don't even think they should have a 3rd place playoff. But yeah, that was actually... Natasha, that match there was absolutely just foolish. Crazy. Terminator, welcome to the chat, my man. Let us know where you're from, mate. Who do you support? Which country do you follow? And who is your club side? Please let us know. Arthur says, best performance since 66 in the tournament. Well, that is true, Arthur. That is true. But I would still replace him as head coach. I have seen enough of the Thomas Tuchel England approach. And that is how I feel. England players look proud. I don't even... Well, Thomas Tuchel looks proud, but I feel like I don't want to see stupid face laughing. What's he laughing at? You blew a 4-goal lead. Honestly. You're 4-0 up in the first half and you concede 4 goals in the second half. You shouldn't be joking and laughing. It's not good enough. England just got 30 million in the bank now. Is that what they get for coming 3rd? The FA? Well, they should use... You know what, Big John? They should use 8 million of that and pay off Tuchel and get in a proper manager. Because that is not it. He didn't. We still won. Arthur's not sure what you're saying with that. Big John says, yes, 30 million for finishing 3rd. Wow. Natasha says, FIFA sticking with him. He's leading England into the Euros. The English FAR, well... Well, I would be very concerned then, because at the end of the day, England are too good not to get to the semis of the Euros anyway, especially going to be on home soil. But if they come up against, well, I was going to say France in the final, but they come up against Spain in the final. It's not professional enough. It's not good enough. Not professional enough. But Arthur says, hope so. Yeah, I'm just stunned, to be honest. I'm just stunned. Seen nothing like it. Nothing like it. What a bonkers game. Bonkers game. I mean, the thing with Didier Deschamps, I suppose he can laugh and afford to laugh. He's already won a World Cup. And he's been to numerous finals. So, yeah, maybe he can afford to laugh, but, you know. Yeah. Mad game. Mad game. Just, I mean, football's a weird thing, isn't it? Because it's like, football's that kind of sport where you just think you've seen it all. You've literally seen it all. You've seen every type of football match you could ever see. And then something else comes your way and then you see that and you're like, what was that I just watched? Terminator says, I am a fan of football. I watched all matches deeply, but this seems suspicious. I hear you, Terminator. And welcome to the channel, Terminator. I'm not sure which country you're from. Please let us know. Are you from the States, maybe? Or are you from England? You know, this is my channel, and you are most welcome to like and subscribe and join us for fun, friendly content where you can make friends, chat and enjoy their beautiful game. But yeah, this is a very strange game, Terminator. Maybe not for suspicious reasons, I don't know, but it's definitely a very strange game. Natasha says, but in our lifetime, they ain't winning nothing. It makes a mockery that Tuchel is smiling, clapping, cheering, sad. Natasha, I'll make you right. I'm not happy because we haven't won anything in our lifetime, as you say. And I don't think you should be laughing and joking at the end of that. I think people like that, when they're laughing on the sidelines, Natasha, or with the players, they're laughing out of embarrassment. Because that is a manager that didn't have a control of the team today. Because from the second half onwards, there was no control. It's embarrassing. Big John says, I think he's gone. The players hate him. Can tell by their body language. There you go, Big John. 100%. Rachi says, nothing suspicious about that game. It was two teams for sure fighting for third. Rachi, welcome to the channel. I don't believe in a conspiracy theory personally regarding the thingy. I just thought it was awful management, Rachi, with our team. Rachi, I'm assuming you're an England fan as well. Very disappointed to go out in the semi-finals, me personally. I think it was there for the taking. I think Thomas Tuchel managed us out of the final. And that second half, questions need to be answered. We finished third, which is a good result, but I just found that football match very odd. I found some of the management very odd, without getting too deep in it. But yeah, wasn't happy. But would love to hear your opinions, Rachie, on what you thought of the England semi-final and the second half today. Would love to know your thoughts on that. Natasha says, England fans look happy, but why is it a mockery? Stunned. Terminator says, I'm from Canada and I like Messi, Ronaldo and Haaland. Fair enough, my man. We can all like football for, enjoying it for obviously players and whatnot. Obviously in Canada, not the biggest, obviously, sport you have over there. But glad that you're getting into football and you're, enjoying and following certain amount of players as well. So that's nice to see. And Natasha says, Kane will be playing in the Euros and the next World Cup. He said he was happy with his decisions on Wednesday. Well, I wasn't happy with what he said after that game, Natasha. He said he was happy with the decisions he made. Well, if I made those decisions and my team got knocked out the way we did, I'd resign personally. But I'm someone of principle, to be honest. But Thomas Tuchel's there collecting his paycheck, so I don't know. I don't want to go too deep on the guy. He's going to be, if he stays around for the next tournament, so be it. But yeah, I think he should walk personally. And I think the FA should be really seriously scrutinising this second half performance and that second half decisions against Argentina. I think they should be looking at that. So yeah. Big John says, at least we beat Argentina today in the rugby. Fair enough. Results. Natasha says, Saka just said England have progressed and given England the best outcome in 60 years. Well, that is true. That is true, Natasha. They have progressed in the sense of they've got to a semi-final of the World Cup. I mean, we did that in 2018. We got to the World Cup semi-final. I'm not sure about the progression on the pitch with certain things, but we have achieved our best outcome as the England team in 60 years. So that is a fact. But it should have been more. That's the annoying thing about it. Rachie says, Tuchel to go, agree. I hear that, Rachie. Lovely to hear. Rachie, let us know where you're from, if you don't mind sharing. Are you, and let us know who your club team is, who you support. Everybody's welcome on the channel. Very friendly environment, non-toxic environment. Do plenty of watch-alongs and happy to discuss all things club football, international, etc. Espresso hits the muscle stance for Big John. Natasha says, he also just said the manager and the players can hold their heads high. I'm not sure if they can with that second half against Argentina, to be honest. Rachel says, France's defence was vulnerable to begin with. I think sometimes we get ahead, then fall asleep. I'm from Yorkshire, but I support Burnley. Fair enough, Rachel, fair enough. And yeah, agree with your take completely, 100%. Espresso says, 30 likes on the channel. Boop, boop, that's what we like. One moment. Peter says, the FA need meritocracy too. They are just as responsible. Big John says, should have been 6-1. It should have been. It definitely shouldn't be 6-4. I mean, see the game out. Once you're 4-0 up at half time, okay, if you let in a goal 4-1 or, you run out 5-1 or something like that, but you don't let a 4-0 lead comfortable against a team that hasn't turned up. You don't let them off the hook like that to the point where you're hanging on for dear life. Absolute criminal behaviour, to be honest. I don't even want to hear what he's got to say today. I'll probably listen to his comments tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for the likes, guys. And please do consider subscribing to the channel. So welcome here, Terminator. Welcome here, Rachie. Do feel to subscribe to the channel. If you like a place where you can come and have a chat, then please join me. Ade is my name. Always welcome to have new people on the chat. Rachel says, imagine a talk in the French room at half time. Well, it must have been a colossal colossal speech from Didier Deschamps. I think they embarrassed him, to be honest. 4-0 up. This is a man that's won them the World Cup, by the way. He's won them the Euros, the World Cup, taken them to a second World Cup final, where they lost, obviously, narrowly to Spain. A semi-final here, and they're 4-0 down in his final game. So they had to turn up in the second half. So I do give England that little bit of a get-out. But to be in such position of strength, to look like you're going to concede every single attack. And it was the same against Argentina. Before the hydration break, Argentina were coming on strong. But no real amazing chances. Then he had the McAllister header against the post and he thought he should have conceded. Then after the hydration break, you go to 5 at the back. And then every single attack, Argentina looked like they're going to score. And that's on you, manager. That was on you. Absolutely shambolic. Right, back to the messages. Rachel says, imagine a talk in the French room at the half-time. Exactly, covered that. Rogers to Chelsea, 117 million. Espresso says, crazy prices. Where do Chelsea keep getting their money from? No Champions League, no Europe, but can still pull off a signing like that. Makes absolutely no sense. Espresso says to Rachel, mammoth halftime talk. It definitely was. Peter says 30 likes. Yes, Peter, that's what we like to see. Rachel says agreed, probably to my comment as I was saying earlier. Natasha says Tuchel just said England have created something special. Natasha, this man is, if he said that, they've created something special, he's literally blowing his own trumpet, like from both ends of his body. Absolutely incredible. To say that they've created something special, no chance. Big John says, see you later, everyone. I subbed you, covering game tomorrow. I'm covering a game tomorrow, Big John. Glad that you subbed. And yes, you're welcome back tomorrow. I'm probably going to come back an hour earlier on the stream tomorrow. I'll probably start the stream at 7 p.m. tomorrow for an hour's build up towards the game. Give everyone a chance to chat. Hopefully there'll be a bit of transfer news, a bit of friendly banter and talk amongst us fans. So yeah, Big John, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, mate, for the World Cup final. France versus Argentina, the big one. Lamine Yamal versus Lionel Messi. It's going to be absolutely epic. Big John, thank you for joining the stream and thank you for your contributions. Absolute pleasure. Peter says, I told you he would do a Walter Mitty fantastical story. You did say that, Peter. Natasha Espresso drops the Natasha comment. Yeah, exactly. He's laughing. Exactly. Crap. Absolutely crazy. Tuchel just said England have created something special, Natasha. That is literally wild, Natasha, is it not? And definitely deserves a laugh. Peter says, good cheerio to Big John. Arthur says 31 likes. Let's break the record. Thank you, Arthur. Let's go. Espresso said good sport. Victor showed up at 4-0 down. Victor did come in. He definitely did. All good. Yes, Rachel, if you're there, good luck getting up next year from the Championship with Burnley. Do you think you will do it? Please let me know. Lovely to have a new face on the chat. Always welcome. So yeah, great stream. Crazy game. Never seen anything like it in my life, to be fair. Absolutely never seen a football match like that in my life. Just still stunned in a way, really. Just, yeah, absolutely blown away. Absolutely blown away. Arthur said, isn't 29 likes the record? I think it was 30 before, maybe. I can't remember, Arthur. But either way, I think it's beating it today. So whatever this one is will be the new record. And we can aim to better that next time. But all good. All good. Rachie, the Pied Piper, says, yeah, rooting for the Clarets. Die-hard fan will support regardless. Well done, Rachie. It's one of those tough ones when you are... Peter says 30, I think, Arthur. Rachie says, Tuchel was heavily booed today, was he? I didn't hear it because I'd taken off my headphones by then. But was that at the end of the match, Rachie? Please do let us know. I'm glad to hear that you're following the Clarets. It's a tough one with Burnley. They've obviously turned into a bit of a yo-yo club in the last, say, 10, 12 years. Obviously, Sean Dyche has bringing you up twice now, taking you down twice. You've obviously come up with Scott Parker taking you down and whatnot. It's a tough one with Burnley because too good for the Championship, not strong enough for the Premier League. But all you can do is keep trying, and eventually, hopefully for Burnley, one day it will click. The thing is, obviously, Rachel, you're clearly from Burnley, as you say, and Burnley are a one-club city. So they don't have the biggest fan base, but when you're a one-club city, you've got a chance to build a foundation. All what Burnley need to do is get past that hurdle now and stay in the Premier League for 3-4 seasons in a row to try and cement themselves. I know they did it that kind of first time round or second time round with Sean Dyche, I can't remember, but that when the money wasn't what it was. Now the money's where it was. If they can stay in there for 3 seasons in a row, they can establish themselves. So good luck on your journey, Rachie. Natasha says, Tuchel said, he said the players are tired and they're hurt by not getting into the final and they're not watching the final. Martin Keown said that the England team should get a parade in London. Did he? Martin Keown is having a lot. Martin Keown comes out with some crazy sensationalist stuff. He was a very good player, but some of his takes are wild. I mean, yeah. As for getting to the final and they're not watching the final, yeah, that is a wild take from Keown, Natasha. I cannot get behind that at all. Natasha Tuchel is laughing with the players. He certainly is. But, you know, he's going to, because they've achieved the finishing third, he can say, well, look, I got third. So on paper, you can't argue with the achievement. Me personally, it should be the final they got to. When they were 1-0 up with 20 minutes to go, you should be getting to the final. By Joy Barrio, welcome to the chat. New person in the chat. 9312. I don't know what the numbers are for, by Joy, but please let us know and welcome to my channel. Rachie says, I just saw someone say on the street, great management. And I was like, yeah, that is wild. Rachie, this is the thing. I mean, it's not to say that everyone knows football more than the other or all our takes are correct. But at the end of the day, the achievement of getting third is fantastic. But there's ways and means of doing it. We fell into Arthur, you're a clown. My pin code is 9312. And Arthur says our second best performance ever. Well, it is. That's what I mean on paper. But we should have got to the final. And if we didn't get to the final, I can take getting beaten, like Rachie's saying with the surprise at the people's comments about great management, but because it wasn't. He managed us out of getting to the final. So yeah. So it's poor. Peter says he's got a waistcoat like Southgate. Well, that's it. It's like I was saying on the stream the other night. Southgate could have made that decision. At 1-0 up with 22 minutes to go, and you're hanging on with a 1-0 league, that is what you expected Southgate to do. Bring on a defender, go defensive. We bring in Thomas Tuchel. I said it at the time. We bring in Thomas Tuchel to make the brave decision and take us to the final by going for it. And he didn't. He sat back and we got knocked out. In normal time, by the way. We went from 1-0 up to 2-1 deficit and didn't even get to extra time. We would have got found out at extra time anyway. Natasha says, Rachie says, hold on 1 minute. Arthur says, clearly you can't take us losing. But that's the point. I can take us losing. But there's a way to lose. Arthur, you don't see the picture. The way we lost against Argentina was unacceptable. Unacceptable. Because it's like he was working against us in that moment. He was the reason why we lost. If we end up going down because Argentina do something absolutely mesmeric and just overwhelm us, I can take that. But he beat us. Tuchel beat England. Rachie says, the stadium announcers read out the names of both squads, each greeted with cheers, until it came to Tuchel, at which point the atmosphere shifted dramatically. I will have to have a look at that, Rachie. Thanks for pointing it out. I will look for that. On a YouTube video or something like that. So thank you. I will look for that. Natasha says, if I was a player, I would have looked at tomorrow and would think that could have been exactly Natasha. That's exactly that. And that's what I'm trying to say, Arthur. Those players will look and know they will probably, some of those will never get a chance to play in a World Cup final. And that was their moment. And the manager's decisions cost him. You think players don't think tactically what they would have done? Shambolic. Arthur says Southgate's an airport town, lad. Well, look, you can keep backing Tuchel all you want. But, football's about opinions. Natasha says Kane looks peed off. I haven't even looked at some of the players. But I'm telling you, a lot of these guys won't have time for Tuchel after this tournament. I'll tell you that for now. Arthur says, if Pickford saves both shots, you'll be calling him brilliant. Which shots? We would never be loving Pickford, Arthur. I'm a Liverpool fan. I don't love Pickford. No chance. Natasha's, they are not good enough. The thing is, I disagree on that. The thing is, Natasha, they should have been good enough to get to the final. Or they should have been good enough to not go out like that. That's the point. Arthur says Pickford is superb. Okay. Pickford's an okay keeper. Nothing wrong with him as a keeper. Express says, get Ancelotti off Brazil. I'll take that. Honestly, I would be... If England, as Big John was saying, if the FA have made 30 million from this tournament, I'd pay off Tuchel now, and I'd go and approach Pep and say, what do you fancy? 2-year job, take us to the Euros. It's in England. You love English football. Pep, come and do the job. Let's do it. Let's run it. That's what I would do personally. Oh, I would definitely find another manager. But anyway, I'm not having him. I'm not having Tuchel. Not after that. No chance. Express says, I knew that Argentina would win. Natasha says, Espresso says, or Pep, good call. Yeah, exactly. Pep's free. He's not doing anything. Give him a little part-time job, little England manager's job. Let him recharge. Come back into club football in a couple years' time, or go in and manage whatever somewhere else. Natasha says Kobe Mano did not even play. Didn't even get a minute. He didn't even get a minute. And also as well, there was early parts of the tournament where Declan Rice could have been rested. You could have played Manu. You could have played Henderson, given him a half. Rested Rice. It could have made the difference in the Argentina game. A little bit of poor management there. Rachel said, I can handle a loss. You have to be expectant of a possible loss every time. Exactly. I'm the same as you, Rachel. I can 100%. I can take a loss. No problem. But like you're saying there, there's a ways and means of losing. And that semi-final wasn't it. Espresso says 34 likes. Whoop, whoop, let's go. Natasha said, they say world class. Don't think so. Too many people use the word world class is one of the most overused phrases in football, Natasha. Very few people are world class in this day and age. Rachel says, I think he's lost his trust with many and won't regret it now. So bye-bye Tuchel. Well, there you go, Rachel. That's the thing. This is a small channel. And the amount of people that have come on and we're talking, most people, Tuchel has lost from this last couple of games. Tuchel has actually been, Tuchel has lost a lot of support from the England fans. So it only goes to show that within that dressing room, you've got a squad of 26 players that go to the tournament. He would have lost at least half of those with his decision. Because even in the chat today, as fans, the England fans that are talking in the chat, not everyone supports England in the chat, and that's fair enough. But even in this chat, in a small little community like this, Tuchel has lost the faith of the fans. Some of the fans in this chat, not all of them, but some of them. So it's only the same as the players. It's only the same as the fans in the stadium. It's only the same as the fans in the country. He would have lost many supporters, 100%. And Natasha said, what a crap bronze medal. I didn't see it. Natasha wouldn't even be happy if we won, Arthur said. Yeah, but she doesn't support England, so it is what it is. We do, but me and you do, Arthur, but ultimately we are opposed when it comes to Tuchel. I mean, yeah. I just think it's been shambolic management these last two games. Shambolic management. Rachel says, do you think this is the best team we've had? Personally, no, it's not. It's not the worst. It's not the best team we've had. I think we could have maybe have taken one of our best squads, Rachy, if we'd have taken. Now look, I don't think he's the greatest player in the world, but I'm definitely taking Harry Maguire. I'm taking Lewis Hall. I'm taking Trent. I'm taking those three for sure. In midfield, I'm taking Adam Wharton. So we could have taken a better squad, a more balanced squad than this. But no, our best squad would have been 2006. You know, with your Sol Campbells, your John Terry, your Rio Ferdinand, your Alan Shearer, your Wayne Rooney, your David Beckham. That squad there, Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, Lampard. That was our best squad without an absolute shadow of a doubt. And Arthur says, no, the golden generation. Exactly, the 2006 generation. That was the best squad England's ever had in recent times. Arthur says, yeah, but you have to remember you have no ball knowledge. Okay, Arthur, sure. Peter says, we need a top-class keeper for starters. We do, Peter. I mean, to be honest with you, Pickford's a functional keeper. You know, going into the tournament final, Unai Simon, the Spain goalkeeper, he's not as good as Reiter. Pickford's as good as Simon, and Simon's in the final with Emi Martinez. So, you know, he would have been good enough. But Tuchel will take this team to the Euros. I tell you, he will do. I hope he doesn't, but he probably will do. Rachel says, yeah, balance is a good way of saying it. Alan Shearer, woo. There you go. Rachel, yeah, that team was absolutely phenomenal. That England team we had then. But but football was a different time. Obviously, Rachel, I'm not sure how old you are and what era you're from. You know, I've been following football for a long, long time. I have zero ball knowledge, according to Arthur, who's been around on the planet for so long. But yeah, Arthur, tongue-in-cheek lad. We know you love. We know I love you there. But yeah, I've watched football for a long, long time, and yeah, that England team between '98 and 2006, that is the best. Those are the three best squads I've seen. Absolutely phenomenal. Arthur says, hopefully. We already have one, Peter. Arthur's back in Pitford. Fair enough. I mean, I do admire your devotion to some of these guys, Arthur, for sure. Me personally, I'm not over the moon with certain positions. I think in the back line, England, we're struggling at centre back here. We are struggling at centre back. Gahey is now our best centre back, and he's a good centre back, but he's not a special centre back. And Konza should be nowhere near the England team. John Stones was a fine centre-back, but he's a little bit past it now. Shouldn't have been brought to the World Cup, in my opinion. But we need to find a better up-and-coming centre-back for England. The fact that we're bringing Konza, Ezri Konza of Villa, is Thomas Tuchel's most backed centre-back. He's his most picked centre-back. Make that make sense. That makes no sense. Arthur says, Ade's a glory hunter. Rage said, England not won a Euro tournament before, which is true. So perhaps this could be an opportunity for Tuchel to redeem himself in the next 2 years. Only time will tell. Very true, Rachy. At the end of the day, with Tuchel, we do have the tournament in our backyard, but this is why I want to guarantee. Now, if you had Pep in charge of that, I think you're more or less going to guarantee yourself get to the final and win it. Probably Tuchel can take us to the final. He might even win it for us. But if we come across a Spain or a slightly more organised France, we won't win that final. But we get to the semis or the final. So there it is. Camille says, oh, not sure what that's about. Rachel says, if he has a word with himself. Yeah, exactly. If he has a word with himself, Rachel. So I didn't read your message on, but obviously it followed on. But I know what you meant. Camille says, longest live in our history. Arthur says, you're a Liverpool fan and probably thought Van Dijk could play for England. Arthur, you serious, bro? I'll give you the ESAC treatment, mate. Rachel said Trent should be there, though. He should be. I mean, it's the thing with, and this is another thing with Thomas Tuchel. Right, so he brings Livramento, decent right back, can play across both full-back positions, so it's a good choice, but had some fitness injuries. So he brings Livramento. Livramento goes down as right back, and left back cover, by the way, and he calls up Chalobah as his replacement, a centre-back. How does that make sense? Makes no sense. Camille says, but still bronze medal is a good achievement. It is a good achievement, but it feels like a good achievement to me in spite of what we could have done. That's my problem. Peter says, yes, Trent seems to be getting a cold shoulder from everyone. He does. So that is why sometimes that's why I was saying earlier, Peter, I might give an allowance to the manager because a lot of people seem to have a problem with Trent. So is there another issue there? I don't know. So I can forgive him that one. But the no Harry Maguire, no Adam Wharton, no Lewis Hall, that makes no sense. Rachy says, for me, the key decision is to start the rebuild. What will the squad look like for the Euros? Well, this is the thing, Rachy. I think with a lot of the squad as it is, when you look at it on paper, just thinking about it rationally, just quickly, who is there that probably shouldn't be there? I would say in about 4 years' time, you're looking at an Ollie Watkins, who could barely played in this tournament. So you could kind of probably discount him as the rebuild. But saying that, England, we're quite light in the striker department. Harry Kane could probably be there in the Euros, no problem. Watkins could probably stay in the Euros, not the World Cup. But now Harry Kane, if he wants to stick around, could still do it. He's not a player that's going to rely on his pace. You know, he's a guy that's going to keep maturing like fine wine. Like Benzema, 36, 37. You can imagine Harry Kane still doing it at the top level, like Lewandowski. So Harry Kane is fine, but we still need a better up-and-coming qualities striker. Ivan Toney looked miles off it the whole tournament. He looked an awful selection, by the way. Ivan Toney. On that showing in the World Cup, of the minutes he came on, when he came on, in the build-up games, and in that third place playoff, Ivan Toney should be nowhere near the England setup. Absolutely horrific. But other than that, who is there that is a bit too old? That should John Stones, I think, should be moved on in terms of the international scene. He should be done with that. But the rest of it, they're all at a decent age, to be fair. So they can all get better. So yeah, I think they just need to add a few more to the England setup. But most of it is in pretty good instead, I would say, Rachy. Camille says, semis, that 84-96 minute period ruined us. Well, this is it, Camille. It certainly did. But it shouldn't have come to that because he was already playing all-out defence before that. It was literally like he had the PlayStation controller, hit on the left stick, and he went all-out defence. Absolutely ridiculous. 1-0 up and just literally gave it away. Criminal. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Camille says, for me, in Premier League history, best signing year for a team, 2009 Real Madrid. Not quite sure what the question is, my man, but please feel free to let me know. Peter says, good night. See you tomorrow. See you later, Peter. See you for the World Cup final, my man. Letting you know, we're going to start a little bit earlier tomorrow, 7 p.m. for the World Cup final. Argentina versus Spain. Messi versus Lionel Messi versus Lamine Yamal. Getting tired myself. Natasha says, bring on tomorrow. Rachy says, well, I've subscribed and I'll come back tomorrow, hopefully. Lovely. Rachy, will be a pleasure to see you tomorrow. Thank you for subscribing and liking the stream. Have a lovely sleep. Enjoy your rest. Rachy says, 7 p.m. Thumbs up. Excellent. Thank you. Natasha said, you're best of the best. Oh, thank you, Natasha. Not as good as you, Natasha. Not as good as you. But yes, on that note, I'm going to start bringing the stream to an end. It's getting late and I'm literally tripping over my words. But it's been an absolutely fantastic stream. We watched an absolute bonkers match. Espresso says, Tuchel picking Ivan Toney is jokes. It definitely is, bro. Man is out there playing retirement football in the Saudi League and yet is starting a third place final, kicking off in that game. That gets the ESAC treatment. Camille says, safe night. My cute bro, you too, my man. Natasha says, England still no trophy. Natasha rubbing it in. Vicious, Natasha. Very vicious. But it's all good. I respect it. Arthur, hope you've had a good stream, my man. Thanks for the back and forth, the banter. You caught me out again today, lad. All good. But on that note, I'm going to bring the stream to an end. Absolutely fantastic watch along. A few new people came into the chat, and we, very much enjoyed them. And yes, we've seen an absolutely bonkers game. I'll do the outro now. We have seen England finish third place in the World Cup finals, beating France 6-4 after an absolutely crackers game. Manuel Sanchez joins in the chat just as we're leaving. Arthur says good night. Manuel Sanchez says, hello from Belize. Congrats to England. Best of the best in the world. Thank you, Manuel Sanchez. Lovely to see you in the chat. Unfortunately, my bro, we're just getting to an end here. We've had a fantastic conversation. Manuel, it will be lovely to see you for the World Cup final tomorrow. I'm doing a live watch along tomorrow, Manuel. Please drop a like on this stream. Subscribe to the channel. Please let me know. You're obviously from Belize. And yeah, it'd be lovely to speak to you tomorrow, my friend. So yeah, if you want to be around, come and say hello. Espresso in the chat says hello. We have a very good atmosphere here, Manuel. Lots of people, very friendly, support different club teams, different international teams. And we just like sharing passionate football stories and friendship. So Manuel, welcome to the stream. But sadly, we are leaving tonight because it's bedtime in the UK. But like I said, we are back for the World Cup tomorrow for a live watch along. 7 p.m. UK time. I hope you are well in Belize, my friend. Drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we can speak again. But on that note, we have watched England beat France 6-4 in a crazy game. Arthur says 37 likes. Let's go. England were 4-0 up in the first half. Going into the second half, you think it's only going to go one way. England take their foot off the gas with what, in my opinion, is some poor management. France steam back into the game, coming back to 3-4 down. But England race ahead with 2 more goals. A hat-trick by Bukayo Saka and a penalty by, it was a fifth. But, oh my, it was 6. Anyway, I've lost the plot. It's 6-4 to England. That's all you need to know. I've had enough. The game's over. It's been crazy. It's been a fantastic stream. And on that note, I will see you tomorrow for the live watch-along of the World Cup, where we are going to see Lionel Messi. I'm not on mute, Arthur, you absolute troll. We're going to see Lionel Messi try and win his second World Cup in his third World Cup final and Argentina's 6th World Cup final overall as they take on Spain in the World Cup final. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Thank you for a fantastic stream. Take care and good night.